On, man? Great to fucking see you guys, man. How the fuck you been? Hope you guys enjoyed the fucking weekend, man. It felt like a week, man, since we've got together again, man. So glad it's Monday, man. It's great to see everybody again tonight, man. How the fuck you guys doing, man? Someone tweeted us out on Twitter today. They're like, where the fuck are all these DD writers, PP and David Simpson and Salvatore? No one's saying anything because we're chilling, man. All right. We're waiting for the DD to come to fruition. So, took a pool day, hung out by the pool all day with the wife and had an excellent fucking time, man. So yeah, welcome to the show, man. I just been kind of just out, just kind of relaxing, man, because I think we're towards the end. I think that a lot of these, coincidences that we've been talking about for months and months are coming to fruition finally. So, if people want to doubt us, man, and they think we're going to zero, let them, say whatever the fuck they want. It doesn't affect me one bit. It's my investment, not theirs. There you have it. So welcome to the show, man. It's great to see everybody tonight. Let's get into some legality, then we'll get into it. Hugh says, love a good shaved pee-pee. Me too, man. Right on. Agree. So welcome to the show tonight, man. Keep in mind, I am not a financial expert, nor am I a financial advisor. Please seek the avenues to do so, man. You're not going to find it here. A lot of this is speculation. A whole bunch of it is opinion. And a whole bunch of it, man, is fucking entertainment. All right. We like getting together. We like having a good time. And, there's really all there is to it. Had a beer with Travis this weekend, man. What the fuck? Total fuck. What an absolute fucking trip, man. Stripper Travis, man, walks into the fucking bar, man. And all of a sudden he's buying me a goddamn beer, man. So right the fuck on to Travis, man. We did get together this weekend. It was pretty cool, man. We talked Bed Bath and it was totally fucking weird, man. Seeing like Travis in person. So it was a total trip, but we had a great time and we snapped a picture together and yeah. So fuck yeah, man. Appreciate the beer, Travis. So anyways, man, keep in mind any guests who come onto the show, believe it or not, nobody here is a financial expert. So anything you hear, an opinion, TA, anything like that, keep in mind, nobody is an expert here. We like just getting together and we like talking about the stock, man. There's really no difference in getting together with someone in a bar, having a beer and talking stock, man. So keep that in mind. We have a couple changes to the ThePPShow, man, due to Friday, unfortunately. So right now we do have a policy, man. If you do want to come on the show as a guest, we will require a webcam backstage and also on screen as well. We are incorporating a way at the moment how to get callers in without a fucking image. So just sit tight. That should be implemented by Tuesday, latest by Wednesday, man. So anybody who wants to call in tonight without a webcam, unfortunately, we can't let you in. We also updated some of our stuff here, so you will have links throughout the show. Keep in mind, links will die throughout the show, so you will have dead links eventually. So the links will be forever changing. So unfortunately, man, trolls, you get them on the show, and it's it's the name of the game, man. So it is what it is. It comes with the with the show growing and things like that. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and start the show, man. Hope you guys have been well. We got some fucking shit to get into tonight. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Chat, please give a warm fucking welcome, man, to Michael. Michael, what's going on, man? Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Good, man. Do you mind turning up your mic just a smidge, Michael?
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. How about now? Check.
Perfect, man. Sounds excellent. We got some Michael emojis in the chat. Love it, man. Good to see you tonight, man. I saw you ran a stream earlier today. Congrats. I actually did rewatch it a little bit, and some of the stuff you were talking about was super interesting. I do think for some of the other people here who didn't tune into it, we definitely should get into some of the stuff you covered. Saw you had a guest on too, which was awesome, man. I think it was Ping Pang or something like that. Yeah, cool, dude. Right on. Yeah, I saw Marantz shilling your chat, man. He was just crying. saying everyone's going to lose all their money. The guy has way too much time on his hands, man, like on the
Yeah.
real.
I
So-
kind of feel bad, honestly, because like, you know, when he had his video, I like, I don't know, it was like a waste of time even to just like go over to see his site. I didn't
yeah.
even see it until someone reposted it on Reddit, and I was like, oh, okay, it's right there. I guess I'll watch it. But
Yeah, yeah. He kept yelling at you. He said, "Read this, like you idiot." It's pretty funny. So, yeah, man. You know, it's just it is what it is. You know, I mean, you're gonna get some haters, man. So get used to it, Michael. So Michael, we had some tinfoil. Also, real quick, I gotta call this out for the motherfuckers, man, in the chat on Friday night who said I had tinfoil, man. All right, we had a guy who went more in depth with that tinfoil with the fucking hands, and everybody on the goddamn subreddit loved it. All right, but when Pee shows the fucking hands to everybody screams at Pee and says it's shitty foil, man. I'm telling you, there's something there. All right.
even more than that, you know who backed you up? Patty Wu, right? She says,
Yeah,
if you know,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
so what the fuck is that about? And we'll get into that too as well. And it's like, you know, they had fucking whiskey on the table, man. All right. And yeah, you know, tinfoil, it's fucking nuts, whatever. But you know what? This whole goddamn play has been fucking tinfoil, man. You know, even when Pulte came on, it was fucking tinfoil. He wouldn't say really anything either. So EB says, Patty Wu backed you up, PB. Yeah, right on. Also, EB, appreciate the 5. I missed the message, but I'll read it towards the end of the show. My apologies. I know it was something about takes money to buy whiskey and then the lawyers were paid. I thought it was funny. Yeah, right on, man. I'll read that. I just lost it. I don't have it in front of me anymore. Right on. Yeah, you know, it's got, there has to be something going on, right? I mean, the motherfucker was drinking not just a beer and Travis and I were talking about this when we had lunch too. And it's like, he wasn't just having a fucking beer at 11 a.m. He was drinking fucking liquor, man, at fucking 11 in the morning. All right. It was like 11:20 a.m. And they're celebrating, having beers, all that. And they're having drinks. And then Patty Wu, like Michael says, you're right. Patty Wu comes out and says, if you know, you know. Look, they got eyes on this shit, man. All right. Maybe they were tuning in the show that night. Maybe they were fucking, you know, someone they knew was tuning in the show, or maybe they know somebody who sent me that image. I have no idea because the person who sent me the image wanted to remain anonymous. But the thing is that it's real fucking interesting, man. You know, they're celebrating, having drinks. Patty Wu's basically calling out the alcohol that he was drinking. Someone else also pointed out the alcohol that she had pointed out was the alcohol that was in his drink in that picture. So again, why is Patty Wu talking about it, man? Why? It's because we're fucking talking about it, man. Baby 2.0 as well. I mean, shit's about to get exciting, man. All right. You know, we've been down this path for a long time going down, and now things are starting to turn around. Things are starting to change. So I'm liking it, man. Everybody's doubting us, but I could really give a fuck. You know, I don't give a shit if someone buys the stock. I don't give a shit if someone sells the stock. I have my own fucking investment in this. So that's kind of how I approach it. So what do you think about it, Michael?
No, yeah, I mean, I love, man, Patty Wu. Like, I always thought she was cool, but like, man, she's just got even cooler. Like, I imagine that. Like, I think a lot of people, you know, I've heard a lot of the purist GME people and all that saying, oh no, if Ryan Cohen's going to do a everything app or whatever, he's going to do it all himself from the ground up. And it's like, no, he's not dumb enough to do that again. He already did it with Chewy, and he said it almost killed him.
Yeah.
It's like, if you could have a company and just let Patty Wu run it, why? He obviously wants to do that. You know, like, she'd be amazing. He doesn't have to even worry about it, right? And all he has to do is focus on what I think it is that he is doing, is building the platform for all the other companies. Yes, he does want to own Teddy and own Bye Bye Baby because he has other plans for it, but his plans don't involve micromanaging everything about it. You know, so, you know, I think she's a huge asset, and I think people like, that's actually why I streamed today, was because people were all freaking out. They're like, oh, there was nothing left of the company except for these 11 leases, and now they're sold to Dream on Me, so we're not going to get anything. And it's like, look, Patty Wu said there's a connection to the leases and Dream on Me. Say that's like the whole picture, because the IP was sold, but that doesn't mean that they get all the staff with it. They don't get Patty Wu.
Exactly. And people are actually out there thinking that Dream on Me with 98 employees, okay, in this company, is going to take on 11 leases. Do you guys see how much fucking money they make a year? Where the fuck are they going to pull the fuck? They are in my opinion, they're a baby manufacturer, right? And it kind of makes more sense for someone else to have either acquired this private company, because remember, Dream On Me is a private company. And again, with all the stipulations and all the qualified bids, how the fuck are they going to fucking approve Dream On Me for baby, man? That Ryan Cohen fucking valued at multiple billion, man, for $15 million. It's fucking laughable, man. And it's even funnier the people who actually eat up that shit and believe it. All right. Yeah. Look into Dream On Me. Please take the time. People who actually shill this shit, okay, who say that, oh, they sold the fucking, go look at Dream On Me and you tell me how the fuck a company with 98 employees is going to take on 11. Actually, I think it was like, it was more than 11 leases, I think, actually. How the fuck are they going to do that, man? All right.
And it wouldn't even pay. They couldn't do it because that Bye Bye Baby is the collateral for the DIP lender. So since they haven't paid it, they'd have to pay off the entire DIP lender at least.
Yeah. None of it makes sense, you know, and people actually try to formulate a thought with it, you know, an actual shill, you know, a shill thought of like, yeah, you know, Dream On Me bought baby. Yeah. Okay. Totally. Yeah. Whatever helps you sleep at night, that's fine by me. It does not affect me one bit, man. I sleep like a goddamn fucking baby every night, man. So I could give a fuck less about anyone's opinion about it. So the facts are there that simply this company most certainly did not come in and buy all the rights to baby. I mean, you're an absolute fucking idiot if someone actually believes that out there. So yeah. This user here says Dream On Me would have to grow like crazy if they were hypothetically taking old employees. They still need to learn to manage those employees. Yeah. Again, I think that I'm leaning towards it makes more sense that it's the manufacturer, because again, if you're going to utilize baby, right, as the destination, right, for babies, of course, you're going to need some form of a manufacturer, right? That's how you make a lot of fucking money. You have the distribution and then you have the manufacturer, and there you go. That's how you could run a very, very fucking profitable business, in my opinion. So, yeah. What's some stuff that you want to? Actually, let me pull this up that Michael has here. This is actually what he went over his live stream today. So, we'll actually that was some good stuff to go over. So, let's go ahead and pull this up and let's see what's going on. We'll submit links throughout the show if you want to come on. But remember, as of now, a webcam is mandatory, man. We'll have something implemented by Tuesday or Wednesday. If you don't want to use a webcam, that is. Yeah.
So,
all right, what are we looking at
just
here?
Just the plan, right? So it's like people are thinking that if they were, I mean, not only would, you know, because they've only raised as far as like selling leases and selling everything, they haven't even paid off, you know, they barely paid off the DIP loan, haven't paid off even half of the FILO loan. So that would be not only a Chapter 11 liquidation, but it would have been a really bad Chapter 11 liquidation where literally no one got anything. So, but really, when you look at this checklist, we're right here, and you know, we were in that phase of the claims resolution process, but that de minimis one that happened at the end of the week, I think that was because that's such a big step that they took. I think that's why suddenly we saw Polteon and Ross Brown, is because once that happened, it's like, oh, it's obvious to the public that this is going to happen, because now the next step is implementation of the restructuring, right? So the next step is the plan. So the plan couldn't be a restructuring plan that you're going to implement. Couldn't be just you liquidate at pennies on the dollar, you know, some leases, right?
Right.
So
yeah, exactly.
We're there. And then the next step is just extra from Chapter 11. So I think like people just need to like actually think about a logical roadmap, right? These aren't like emotional, like smooth brain people. These are the best in the industry that are like, you know, making this go forward. And it's like they didn't set a world record for fastest restructuring,
right?
Just to like not even get their money back. That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. You know, and there's a reason why it states in the dockets that, you know, obviously that these are shared IPs for a reason. You know, they basically sold the right to use this IP, in my opinion, and it's genius, man. You know, we never saw like a straight up sale for any of the IPs. I mean, otherwise, why are they shared? If they're you know, if they're going to sell their IP, they probably would have sold it. Let's say if this actually was going through chapters, you know, let's say Chapter 11 liquidation or Chapter 7, and it was Chapter 11 going into Chapter 7. You know what they do? they would have sold that baby IP for probably $500 million if this was actually happening. That's the realistic thing that would happen. They would have sold it probably for 500 million. And if you think someone's going to come in and buy it for pennies on the dollar, that's how much it would have been fucking sold for. Beer Pizza says they were sold. Yeah, but they're shared IPs, man. Technically, they didn't really sell the fucking IP, in my opinion. I mean, again, it's a shared IP.
And
how is that a sale? How?
And they can renege on that agreement all the way up till October. And so that's what anyone who doesn't understand the shared IPs and all that, like, should go back to the Ross Brown interview. He's like, oh, it's for sure, it's just a placeholder.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So, so we do have someone backstage here. It is Travis the Stripper, man. So, chat, please give a fucking warm welcome, man, to Travis the Stripper. Travis, how you doing, man? Great to see you, man.
Good to see you again, man. How are you?
Good, man. We got to enjoy a beer this weekend, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, schedule worked out, and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, how did that happen? I was actually traveling for work Thursday, Friday, and I told people I won't be on the show because I'm in this particular area, and he's like, I'm close. And so we got together for a drink on Sunday.
Nuts, man.
Back.
Yeah, cool shit.
It was cool that I ended up being so close. So
yeah, right
much nicer up there.
Yeah, right on, man. Cool. So Travis, we've been discussing a couple things, man. So for some of the things that you missed this over the weekend is someone sent me an image from David Caston's Instagram of him having, drinks. They were drinking liquor, stuff like that. A lot of people on the show, a lot of people in the chat talk shit to me and made me dildo slap myself. And then someone Saturday morning says, no, PP, you know what? I find this image interesting. Wrote some DD. And before you know it, the whole subreddit loved it, man. They loved the tinfoil, believe it or not, which I knew they would. Then we have Patty Woo Sunday pointing out, if you know, calling out the liquor that he had in his drink. It's all good, Hugh. It's all good. Having that liquor, that specific liquor, in his drink. And it was interesting. She kind of called it out. And I really don't think she would have, in my opinion, called something like that out because we kind of made it a big deal. We showed it on the stream. We dissected it in the subreddit. There was obviously an obsession over these hands. So that's kind of what we've been discussing, Travis. EB with the $5. Props to Fleetwood Mac and Cheese, who was the first one to make the link between Patty Woo's comment about Arqua DNT and the PP drink pick DD. Yeah, right on, EB. Yeah, I forgot who pointed that out. So that just goes to show that, I don't know, man. Maybe they're watching. Maybe they have eyes. I mean, what are your thoughts on it, Travis? I mean, the timing of it is interesting for sure.
And don't forget the Pulte tweet.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
That was today, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was really busy at work. I didn't get a chance to browse as much as I would have liked to, but I had obligations to catch up on from being gone for a few days. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. I saw the pictures. I thought the pictures were, people were trying to dissect them. I think it looked like it was a residential place. Somebody's
it was
backyard.
Someone's home. Yeah. It was someone's home. Yeah.
Well, no, they were at somebody's residence. Yeah, somebody's home, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, at noon on a Friday, that's a little early even for me. So it had to be, I would speculate celebratory, but. And I caught some of Michael's stream. I was able to listen in, but I wasn't able to surf the internet. And I was listening to what you had earlier on your stream and how they're probably at that one particular step moving into the next. So, we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely been fucking interesting. And then to top it off with people who are like, oh, tinfoil is fucking nuts. You guys are fucking crazy. You and your goddamn tinfoil. All right, but fair. All right. Then tell me why the fuck, man. Patty Woo and everybody goddamn have fucking pirate stamps on their hands. They're fucking wearing pirate hats, for God's sakes. Explain the pirate shit then. Please. What the fuck is happening, man? I have no goddamn idea, man. The tinfoil is so strong, man, you know?
But even beyond the
wow.
tinfoil about that, right? Like Patty Wu has a team still, right? Everyone's like, oh, they fired everyone. No, Patty Wu has an elite team of badass like people ready to like get work done.
Mhm.
Like they're ready to do business, and it's perfect. The stage is set.
And then what? Patty Wu's talking about fucking Teddy Roosevelt, man. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, this whole thing has been tinfoil, and I think we're towards the end of it, man. You know, tomorrow's supposed to be, or actually, what they said in court today. Did you both watch the court stuff today?
I accidentally missed it.
Okay,
I listened in.
Okay, so did you notice that they said that they were going to submit that plan possibly today? Yeah.
Right.
It'd be interesting to see if we get it during the show or if we get it right when we end the show, because there has been dockets drop like the moment we end the show, which is pretty cool too. But hopefully we get it during the show so we can take a look at it, right?
Yeah.
Nothing as of yet.
Yeah. Cool. Court was only 30 minutes long. Yeah, it was a pretty short one. So we'll see, man. I want to see the revised plan for sure. You know, I'd definitely love to see it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a couple things for the day. Give me one moment here. There was something interesting that I wanted to pull up here for everybody that hasn't seen this. This is definitely something we need to talk about. All right.
Also, Tendy said to level her up, you can level me up at the same time. I bought 5,000 more shares today.
All right, we got a PP level up in the house tonight, man. Right on. All right, congrats, fellas. All right, right on. So, real quick here, give me 1 second here. Hold on 1 second. All right. So this is something that I saw today that was real interesting. Someone pointed out the user here is decent_luck7977. He says PitchBook status acquired/merged. Previous status in January 2023 via web archive was public. It now says that it's been acquired/merged. The real interesting part about this as well is specifically that if you actually, because they're named as a parent company now, if you actually look into what you know, the descriptions of a parent company, typically the parent company is a majority acquirer of the company. So I'm not really sure how they were able, it states that it's acquired/merged, but it's interesting with the Overstock stuff, because Overstock is listed as the parent company now. What do you personally think about it, fellas? Either Travis or Michael, whoever wants to start first. I'd love to hear your opinion on this.
I mean, that makes me think, like, you're saying that it means that Bed Bath acquired someone?
No, this is saying the Bed Bath itself has been acquired/merged.
Okay. I think it's inconclusive. Because you have part of the company that was acquired. You had the IP that was acquired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if acquired/merged is just a boilerplate. I don't know. I think this one's kind of a little inconclusive, that we can't draw enough information from it.
I mean, for sure, the carve out has been set up in the dockets, right? They outlined, all the different times they were working on the carve out and setting that up. So, I mean, that I know for sure, they've been working on when that actually goes through and how, like when they part that with that, or if someone acquires it and then carves it out. I don't know.
Sorry, fellas, I'm doing something back here real quick. Real quick, Thunderous with the $5. Where's Plur? Thunderous again with the $5. Plur, where are you? I'm in need of some notebook DD. Yeah, I'm not too sure where he's at tonight. So we'll try to get him on the show though, and I'll message him while we're doing the show and see what's up. So Travis, you don't think that this, according to PitchBook, is that big of a deal in general?
I'm not saying that. I don't know. I mean, it very well could be. I know PitchBook is rather what is it, $20,000 a month subscription. I don't think their information would necessarily be wrong in this aspect, but at the same time, is it acquisition of just the IP assets, or is it a full acquisition and merger? I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I will say there were some dockets that dropped today, you know, that still were, and we can get to this. I just kind of want to drop this,
Sure.
that they were lawyer fees talking about preservation of the NOLs and even some IRS tax codes that, you know, were, you know, basically talking about the net operating loss carry forwards and, you know, having that built into the following ownership change. So I think there's hints here that we can put enough together, but again, nothing to draw a full on conclusion yet.
Yeah, it's interesting nonetheless. Let me go to this next thing that we have here. Give me 1 second.
I mean, I think the fact that it correlates with them celebrating is also, I mean, makes it more substantial.
Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. All right, just making sure. All right, it was saying we had some issues. I think we're good. All right, this is the next thing that I wanted to cover. So this was what Patty Wu said.
Yes.
Which I'm going to read for everybody right now. All right, this is some interesting stuff. All right. So Patty Wu says, we wrap up Bye Bye Baby 1.0 operations this weekend. It has been an incredible ride. And while it isn't ending as we planned, I am grateful there will be the prospect of a Bye Bye Baby 2.0. First, I want to thank the full Bye Bye Baby team. It is the most incredible organization that I have had the privilege to be a part of and lead. The focus on the customer and care for each other is what makes this place so special. Second, if you are in need of strong talent, let me know. Not all the doors are being kept open, and there will be a smaller HQ team. We have an incredible retail and HQ branch who are battle tested and available. I had the privilege to serve and work with two amazing leadership teams. To the Bed Bath & Beyond leadership team, appreciate the partnership and support. And to the Bye Bye Baby leadership team, I will forever be grateful that you joined my pirate crew and saw this to the end. All right? There's that pirate shit. There's that pirate tinfoil, right? The tinfoil is nuts. You guys are all fucking crazy. All right, yeah, sure. Sure thing. Whatever you want to say, whatever's on your mind, man, tell us. That's fine. While the ending was not to script, I am incredibly proud of what we accomplished. We managed to help millions of parents through one of the most amazing and stressful periods of their lives. We did it with humanity, even during the wind down. Finally, I wanted to share Teddy Roosevelt's Man or Woman in the Arena. Wow. What are the odds? She happens to want to talk about Teddy Roosevelt, right? Not like Kaz has been talking about Teddy Roosevelt for fucking 6 months, right? Now, all of a sudden, Patty Wu wants to talk about Teddy Roosevelt. Interesting. Here's what the quote says. Basically, it perfectly captures this experience. We were in the arena and on the field playing our hearts out. The quote goes like this. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer or deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is, marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause. Sorry, fellas, haven't had anything to drink today. Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Right on. There you have it.
I think if you go up a little bit, something actually stood out to me this time reading it again.
Sure.
So one is, it says, actually the very first one, it says the prospect, right? So that sounds more like an arm's length agreement, right? That's not like the deal's not finalized, right? And then in the other one, the other paragraph, it says keeping these doors open. And that's how, like, I've been describing it, is like there's a lot of doors that are open to them, and which door they're going to go through exactly, I don't know, but all I do know is that they have many good doors to open, So I think that's shows kind of the situation of, like, people were acting as if the deal was done, that everything was sold to, Dream on Me or whatever. But no, she's just saying, she's celebrating the fact that these doors are open and that there's a prospect of baby 2.0, but it hasn't been finalized because the plan wasn't finalized till tomorrow. But the plan had to have been written into the plan. It just hasn't been submitted to the judge and signed. So, you're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Also, we're going to have someone come on the show. Their name's Jade, so they're going to give us some tinfoil here in a minute. But go ahead, Travis. What do you personally think about this? I mean, she's talking about, baby 2.0. They're going to be running a smaller HQ team. What are your thoughts on this, Travis?
Yeah. I mean, I like it. It gives us hopium. But there was a comment that I saw on one of the subreddits that somebody directly asked her, "What are you referring to when you say bye bye baby 2.0?" Or what was the, what is that referring to? And she said, "Dream on Me."
Right. Yeah. So someone Hector in the chat here says, show what she means by baby 2.0. Yeah, and all she did was she submitted the link of what Dream on Me is. But go ahead, Travis.
But I think that's all that she can say, is that that they're like part of this plan. She's like, the only part of the plan I can reveal is something that's publicly available information, which is they did buy the leases. So that's the only kind of clue into the plan. It's not the whole plan, the whole picture. It's just a clue, because they couldn't be getting Patty Wu and the whole team because they're collateral of 6th Street right now. So, and they'd have to pay, the whole FILO loan and the whole DIP loan, and probably at least all the bondholders, in order to get Patty and her team. So,
yeah, I mean, again, what do people expect for her just to tell you exactly what's going on with Teddy and everything else? I mean, everyone is, yeah, exactly. What's she going to do, right? She's going to submit, obviously, this. Now, again, and I asked the question, how is a private company like, for instance, Dream on Me, about to take on 11 leases with 98 fucking employees, man, and barely, really not a lot of fucking, for instance, like income. What they do, like 14 million a year. That isn't shit. We have Jade backstage. Jade, we sent you the link to your Reddit, so you don't have to use a camera. If you want, you can disable it. You just go ahead and click on that camera down there, or if you want to come on with it looks like she's wearing a mask right now backstage. So if you want to come on with the mask, that's cool too. We'll go ahead and bring you in. So chat, please give a warm welcome, man, to Jade as she gives us some tinfoil and DD tonight, man. So chat, please give a warm welcome to Jade.
Right on. Thank you for the warm welcome, guys. So,
right on.
Triple A Jade, you guys, some of you may know me. I was the beast that broke down the after hours algorithm, and I've been around for a while. Now, look, I am so excited about Bobby. The FUD is making me even more excited. Guys, we all love Gen X. We all love the music, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take our minds to that ad of the house of BBY,
mm-hmm.
and many have pointed to the stalking horse, aka rocking horse in the attic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you remember the name of that album? Toys in the Attic. And what was the #1 song off of Toys in the Attic? Dream On.
Really?
Dream On Me, Toys in the Attic. Don't tell me that's not beautiful tinfoil, guys.
Wow, that is. I mean, yeah, that's definitely some fucking tinfoil. Holy cow, man.
I said I bring the tinfoil hype. That's the tinfoil hype. Think about it, though. The stalking horse, rocking horse, Toys in the Attic, Aerosmith. They keep talking about music. Don't tell me that's not a little hype to keep us going. They love throwing out that stuff. Red meat to us, right?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So I can't really contribute to the GD otherwise from the hype. But, you know, with this regulatory body stuff, guys, wouldn't it make sense that they would cut sling load and make sure there's not one thing to keep this marketplace from being operational?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's business sense, right? Anyone who's doing
Right.
a business, PP, how many times have you had to make a decision? I can't do this right now, but in 6 months I can roll that out,
All the
right?
time. All the
Right?
time. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a normal part of business all the time. Yeah.
Right. And it's not that it's over. It's just that, wait a second, I got someone else who can do it better right now until I come back and do it better than that. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't that how we do good business? Right.
Yeah.
So I don't, come on, I'm excited. This means that they're making sure there's no hiccups.
Uh-huh.
I don't understand the FUD though. So
Yeah.
that's something I don't understand. And I don't understand this resistance because no one ever tried to talk me out of buying a house.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever tried to talk me out of a car.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever tried to talk me out of a credit card. But we have how many people trying to talk us out of buying a stock at this value?
It's really fucking weird, just so why can't everybody, if we're going to lose our money, why can't we just lose our money in peace? I mean, I don't fucking get it. I mean, I agree with you. There's obviously this kind of obsession over why are you guys buying it? You guys are all so stupid, and it's really bizarre in my opinion. Jade, tell me this. How do you think this is going to play out in your opinion, obviously with everything that you've collected and everything that you've thought about? Where do you see it playing out? Not a timeline or anything like that, just a general sense of how you see it coming to fruition.
Well, I feel very positive about this. Now, look, I've had to invest my own money in business. You've had to do this too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I think of the enormity of the legal burdens that they have crossed with Teddy, with GME, with Bobby, when I think about what we've witnessed in court on the restructuring, the amount of thought and expenditure financially that went into that, I cannot see someone as economically minded as RC because he is so driven, economically balanced with customer delight. He's like so laser focused. Those are entwined. I cannot see him investing that capital forward if there was not going to be a solid return on it. And when I look at the dates of the filings and I see how many years back this goes, this is not an impatient, reactive investment. This has been, I think there's been several investments that were in the pike, and that which one fermented first to come up in opportunity is what they worked with. And I do think that he's probably working like at least 3 redundancies in. So I can't see just in the legal paperwork. PP, I don't know what kind of paperwork you have to file to do business, but I know what I have to file to do business. And I know what I have to keep up just to being compliant and what a pain in the ass it is. And when I think about that at this level of what's been done, don't tell me he's not going to hire those top. And look, he didn't have like bottom tier, second tier do the paperwork. He had top tier mofos do the paperwork, right? And that's some capital investment. So when I think about all of that labor, especially what his time is valued at, going into that work with that investment capital in that time with that much forethought, I trust the man at this point. Like, this is some well thought out gamesmanship going on in business.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Like back at the Barbarians of the Gate, that was a great business book back in the way back. This is like elegant like that. And this allegiance with ICANN, like whatever you think about the man, he is a powerhouse, right?
Oh yeah.
So, I think about just how much capital labor was put into this, and at their billable hours, what that costs. They would not be mucking around with this if this was a wash.
Yeah, and
No way.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't think Pulte would ever associate with this fucking show if that was the case. And to be honest, like some people say, well, and the haters out there and the people who just talk shit, they're like, well, Pulte's a fucking grifter. He just wants a fucking army of apes. How the fuck's he gonna have an army of apes if the goddamn stock goes to zero? Someone answer that question, please. I'd love to hear the fucking answer. How many pissed off people you'd have?
You really think these people watching the commitment of who we are, knowing knowing that we come from all walks across the board, around the globe, do you really think they would invoke the ire of us, as savvy as we have shown us to be in networking and communication, and make an enemy out of us? Are you kidding me?
There's no chance.
None. So and as gamers are, that kind of revolt, that would kill GameStop forever. And I think RC knows that. Polte, let me tell you, this guy's a good guy. Like, I've seen him in behavior outside of this. Guy's a good guy. And I really, look, I don't think it's a shtick, you know, and I'm old enough to be jaded. It's just not my name. Like, this guy, he walks his talk. So if he is willing to put his name, his face, aligned here, there's a reason. And you know what? I honestly believe, because he knows the people most active in his Twitter subs who need him are also people who grace the screen and come here. And he knows that this is an opportunity that someone can take a few dollars and get a little piece for themselves, if that works out for themselves, to think this kind of investment opportunity through. Think about it. There's opportunities. You can do more, and to think more. I don't think he would dare risk his philanthropy and the message if he was just going to rug pull and be associated with crap.
Right.
Come on now. He's third generation. The man just had a baby this spring, right? This is a man who's thinking of the future. He's got to remember, Ryan Cohen and him both have babies, right? When my babies were little, the world was a different place, and I was so into making it so much better. It electrified everything. So it's not a gimmick. They're living it because they're living it. And you know, I kind of believe in the theory that there's some white knights out there, you know, that there's some activists in business who have met their consciousness and can't continue to do the business and have the wealth they have without finding a way to contribute back to the people it was built upon.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just going to say real quick, Fire Marshal Bill with the one PP Show gifted membership. Appreciate the love, man. Plur also left us a tip here. Sorry I missed it, Plur. He did tip with the $5. He said, with family tonight, 31 March 22, Pulte man in arena tweet, whooping bad management, but Patty Wu is good. Pulte is good. Trust in RC. We also got a $10 tip from Control Chaos, Stifler's mom with the tin foil. Sorry about that, Jade. And then... and then I like the tinfoil though. I think you're right, you know. And again, you know, going back to Pulte, right? He's gonna come on the show. He's gonna associate with what? A bunch of investors who are about to lose all their money in the stock. How does that make sense to anybody? You know, you're gonna have. I was going to say, you're going to have tens of thousands of fucking people pissed off, not only probably at RC if that happened, but also at Pulte as well. It's like, why would you come on and fuck with people? This is hard-earned money. He said it himself. These are people with real fucking money in the markets. Yet, in the same breath, people want to say he came on to what? To get more followers? The guy has 3 fucking million followers, man. I have less than 4,000 subs on this channel, man. And he picked this show to come on. So I call bullshit on all of it. You know, I
do too. Yeah. And what more of a way to have a future loyal client customer than to be a face of someone who is in the trenches, and for all the people who are going to be able to buy homes and to actually activate the American dream, which is being yanked away more and more every day from the working people. Are you kidding me? The loyalty, how many people are going to go Pulte homes, and they're going to buy?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh yeah.
See a Pulte product, and they're gonna intersect there with that. Like, there's some forethought. Yet I really think it's that part of him that I've watched for months. He roots for the underdog, and he roots for goodness. It's not a shtick. Like, this is a solid dude. And now, mind you, that's a feminine perspective. Yet you guys check him out from your man's side. Yet I think we actually are getting something a little bit different, which is what we see is really what we're getting for once, right?
Yeah, no, I agree fully. Real quick, Jada, how many shares you got, and what's the cost basis?
Okay, I'm proud of this, guys.
Let's hear it.
Proud of this. I have, my Bobby is 7,741.
Right on.
And my basis, guys, is 20. Well, 2005, so 205.
Wow.
Because I got 5,555 for 6 cents.
Right on, Jade. That's an excellent fucking buy. Hell yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and I'm DRS'd, by the way.
Excellent. All right. Love to hear it.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want me to stick around, I'll stick around. But I just look, you're doing good work here. The DD is solid. In fact, the thing that endeared me to you guys, you remind me of the early days before we landed in another sub, when we were kind of leaving the bets because things were shifting and we didn't know. You guys have some of that same renegade rogue flying by the seat of your pants awesomeness. So that's what drew me to you guys. So
good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. Jade, we have 864 fucking people tuning in. Holy fuck, man. The PP show's growing, man. Anything you want to add, Jade, on the way out? We'd love to hear it. Give us some thoughts. The mic is yours. Take as much time as you need to get your point across.
All right. You know what I think? I really think, guys, I'm going to make a plea that you keep some, that you hold some. That no matter how big and exciting it gets, that you hold a little piece back. And this is why. I think that thumb war tweet, I think that has some meat. And I'm so glad to see some other apes on the threads come up with the idea that perhaps RC is going to bring forth something similar to a Berkshire Hathaway type stock. And that we might be able to be in at the ground floor of that kind of financial powerhouse. So I know a lot of people are going to want to take their gains, and please always only invest what you can afford to lose, and please always take your profit. DCA is always wise, right? And this is not financial advice. This is just educational discussion learning, right? However, if you take your gains, maybe just hold back 5%. I don't know, because maybe that little piece is going to grow exponentially in a way that you may not see right now. So that's my big parting words, is to just maybe hold some for the long term.
Sorry, my mic was off. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. For all we know, right, everybody could be holding the next fucking Amazon, right? And that could be some big fucking potential. So, Jade, we loved having you on. Appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. And thanks again for sharing that tinfoil with us.
Thank you, guys. Be well. Everyone take care. Peace.
Yeah.
Cool. You heard it from Jade. All right. Fellas, what do you think? I mean, that's some interesting stuff, connecting that with the Aerosmith song in the house. I mean,
I like the tinfoil. That's dope.
yeah, that's real fucking interesting.
And just the sentiment's also really good, really relatable. I like her. She's cool.
Yeah, even Sloppy's into it, man. Look at him, he's hyped. Cool. So, couple other things that we do have here. I know we kind of briefly talked about it, but give me just a moment here to pull it up. All right, so there was actually a post from somebody that I wanted to go over today. Give me 1 second here. All right, and this was a post from someone in the Bed Bath subreddit. I don't know if you guys had time to watch this or check this out today. Kriggle with the $2. Got info on RC, Pulte, and Teddy, but Cam is broken. Kriggle, you don't need a Cam. I'm going to send it to Bengal over Reddit. So just use that and come on. We're actually going to generate a fresh link for you. And we're going to get it over right now to you guys. So just give me 1 second here. And we'd love to hear your opinion on that, Kriggle. Give me 1 second here, fellas. And let me get this over to Bengal real quick. All right, check Bengal's DMs. They should be there, okay? You'll have a link there, Kriggle. All right, so this is from Novus Ordo Cello Rum 6. All right. Mick Production says ABC on honeymoon. Yeah, man, ABC's on his honeymoon. So he's loving it, man. I talked to him today, actually. Sends his love to everybody in the chat. So this is from Doc1117. I guess this user went back and said, wait, I got something I need to check. Kriggle says, okay, awesome. Thank you. We'll see Kriggle in just a moment. The news has largely conveyed that the Bed Bath brand, or let me read the title here. Doc1117 approving overstock deal does not disclose what Bed Bath assets were and were not acquired. what this user says is the IP has largely conveyed that the Bed Bath brand and all associated business IP was sold to Overstock. However, that is clearly not correct, being that Bye Bye Baby and subsidiary of Bed Bath & Beyond had its IP sold separately after the BBBY IP transaction. We'll get right back into this, DD, in just a moment. We do have Kriggle backstage. So chat, please give a warm fucking welcome, man, to Kriggle. Kriggle, welcome back to the show. How you doing? Kriggle, are you there?
I am here. How are you?
All right, right on. How you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, no porn from my end. No.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Sorry,
yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. What do you have for us today, Kriggle? You said that you had some stuff to cover with RC and I think it was Pulte or it was something,
Yep.
but yeah, we'd love to hear it. Let's hear it.
Awesome. I got some interesting shit. RC, Pulte, some more e-commerce shit that I found on a potential Teddy app on Shopify, as well as just evaluating his website, teddy.com, a little bit more in detail. And I'll try to explain that. It's a bit complex, but I'll go into Pulte and RC first. So I started to, Pulte left a lot of breadcrumbs for us on that previous video, and some that we may not have even picked up on right away. And what I remember on that video is he mentioned Ryan and himself shared the same attorney multiple times, and it was very, very clear. So I did a little bit of research, and now the biggest thing to remember is that investors, because yes, I'm e-commerce expert, but I'm also SEO, and I have a degree in legal studies, right? So I'm around real estate attorneys and shit all fucking day. So and also talent acquisition, but the biggest thing to remember is that these investors have multiple attorneys specializing in different subject matters, right? You have attorneys that go into tort law, you have others real estate law, you have criminal law, family and court law, a whole bunch of shit. I found it interesting that the one attorney that Pulte and Ryan share in the grand scheme of all the attorneys that they have are from Olshan Law, and they both and their subject matter, their field of expertise is mergers and acquisitions. So that was that was really interesting to me, because it's not that it's just some attorney that's telling them, all right, sign this NDA, don't speak on this, stay the fuck off Twitter. They're literally the attorney that they do share is strictly focusing on that. I believe it's Olshan Law, but it's Olshan, I think it's Walensky. And the attorney they both use is Steve Walensky. And this is all this guy does all day, mergers and acquisitions. So there's no doubt in my mind that Pulte kept saying that on multiple occasions for us to piece that together. But also over the weekend, I noticed on Pulte's Twitter feed, he said, "Thank goodness for my attorneys." So it's almost like he was screaming it out again for us to pick up on that, right? Again, speculation, tinfoil. But when I take a look, and Cohen's worked with other attorneys as well. I forget it was a trademark attorney, totally not part of this firm at all whatsoever. So I just found that extremely interesting, at the fact that, why would he mention that? And to me, it kind of came out of the blue, right? He's talking about, I can't say this, I can't say that. Me and Ryan share the same attorney. He's a wicked smart guy, blah, blah, blah. But he said it multiple times, and I just found that absolutely fascinating. So I wanted to point that out. The second thing that I learned is, so this is the complex part. On the back end of Shopify, the way we do any type of drop shipping or anything like that, B2B, you actually install apps on your page, which then link to the back end of your admin site. Okay. So if I wanted to just sell a bunch of fucking shoes and I don't have them, but I want to do drop shipping, I got to download this app that attaches itself to the e-commerce site. and basically allows all of those products to be available on my page. So if you're searching for an app and it absolutely doesn't exist, it's going to say no search, return, no search not found. Nothing was found in this.
Mhm.
And you know, I've utilized Oberlo, a whole bunch of these B2B sites, which are quite shit. And I can see how Ryan Cohen's like, oh, there's an avenue for this. But what was interesting to me is when I looked on the privacy notice of Teddy.com, Ryan Cohen, and it said any future apps that Teddy comes out with. That was key for me. So I then look at Shopify's, again, the back end where you can actually shop for these developer apps that link you to other shit. And there was a Teddy app being built. There was no, there was no actual app you could piece or anything like that. But this page would not exist if it weren't if it weren't in process. Now, I find it interesting that on Ryan's page, he's got this cookie there that talks about any app we release in the future or blah, blah, blah. And then when you look in Shopify, which absolutely is the platform that he's using, it has this shit in process, right? So instead of getting your search return 0 results, you're getting something there. So that was interesting to me. And, you know, lastly is his website. I took a look at how it's all lined up, right? Because on the back end, there's themes on each storefront that you can use to design your space, to basically fuck around with your website aesthetics. Now, when you just have one consistent product, like children's books, right? That's a page. You create that as a page. If you look on Teddy.com, right, it says, if you go into the source code, it literally says teddy.com/pages, et cetera, et cetera. The only time you'll build what's called a collection is when you plan on introducing other products that are not the same as within that collection. Now, we've seen all of these trademarks that he's filed for and shit like that. So I did a little digging, and there's a ton of live links that if you just button mash and fuck around with, you'll be able to find things with his website because they're live. I don't know why. They shouldn't be, but they are. So if you actually do teddy.com collections, it brings you to a site where, yeah, it's got the children's books in there, but that's the collections page where the rest of the shit that he's going to bring on will live. So
yeah, someone in the chat here, Gravis, says, I've been looking at the source code on his site, Kriggle. Tagging and cookies are light, but true regarding collections.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. So when it comes down to, like, for example, on my page, I've got home fragrances, and then I can't put, if I wanted to come up with like cosmetics, right? I can't put that in home fragrances. So home fragrances, just a page, lives on its own. If I want to introduce a whole other line, a whole other spinoff, I have to make a fucking collection. Right. There's no other choice the way it is. And what I also think is, so Shopify marketed themselves towards small business, mid-business level companies, especially during COVID, because everyone was home on the internet buying shit. So when that happened, I mean, Shopify was doing really well, and then they went into a slump. Okay. What they recently launched was, I think it was Shopify Plus, something like that. And it's actually for large scale businesses. And I just wouldn't be surprised if, where Ryan's mindset is to become this like massive site, one-stop shop for everything, kid shit, video games, you name it. I wouldn't be surprised if he also has an interest in Shopify, because that company was going down the fucking toilet. Going down the toilet. It's a great platform for businesses to use, but it absolutely needs someone to step in and save the day. Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to take some of Bye Bye Baby and some of all of the shit and literally just slap it into this collection. And I do feel like it is absolutely right around the corner. You don't start to see this stuff if it's just going to sit there for like another year. It's the moment where you're testing and you're piloting all of this stuff. And I just wanted to bring all of that to the call today because I just found it so fascinating over the weekend.
Yeah, it is interesting, and you make a good point with the same lawyer that they share as well. Someone pointed out that Pulte had tweeted someone back on Twitter, actually, when you were bringing that up about Pulte. He said, "Wow, so lovely." Interesting stuff. Yeah, you never know if he's tuning in too, man, listening as well. I mean, we have over 904 people listening tonight. I mean, this is a lot of people tuning in.
Yeah.
You know, other than when Pulte was on, this is a new record, fellas. So, yeah, it's exciting. Krigel, you make some really good points here. I want your opinion. You know, why would he show up on our show if this was weeks, days away from liquidation? What does it benefit anybody from Pulte coming on the show and talking to us, for instance?
They're activist investors, right? And he's a philanthropist, so he wants to see people win. He doesn't want people to make. And the other thing is when he advocated for people shitting on Kais, right?
Yeah.
Advocating to stop that, because if it wasn't for Kais, giving him credit, that is the type of man that he is. He wants to save. He wants to be there for the underdogs, for the person that is in need of help. He's a philanthropist. This is embedded within his blood. He is doing that for us. He came on this show to ensure that we are not falling into the traps of SEO bullshit,
right,
of all of these shills coming on, and he doesn't want them to win. He wants us to win. And being the fact that they share the same attorney and that it's based on mergers, acquisitions, all of that. And then on top of that, we're here staying strong as a collective community from all walks of life, sincerely trying to win because we believe in this shit, right? Like in our core. He wants us to stay strong and continue on this pursuit.
Yeah.
Because if it just takes a few people to get scared and back out, and then that dismantles the entire system and organization we have.
Right.
He doesn't want that to happen. So he's sitting there reinforcing it. Yeah. And when Pulte came on, right, he knew damn well there was a lot of shit that he couldn't say. But as a philanthropist in him, he knew he had to make his presence known. And he had to give us those messages that we needed to continue this flame of hope.
Yeah.
Because if someone like him, he wants to see this fucked up system crumble just as much as we do.
Yeah, someone pointed out also that Pulte knows that there's going to be suddenly a lot of people that have a lot of money. So maybe, a lot of people start buying some Pulte homes too. King Weenie with the $2. I fucking love this nice lady. Wicked smart. Right on. We like her too on the show.
He picked up on my Boston accent, that's for sure.
Yeah. Michael or Travis, you got any questions for Krigel? I mean, she brings up some really interesting stuff with the SEOs and some of those, the things with Teddy. So let's hear it, fellas. You got anything for Krigel or what tonight?
Man, that's outside my area of expertise.
We'll
I mean, I can go and do the inspect and inspect all the modules and everything. Yeah. But I mean, to know what some of that language actually means, you're talking to the wrong guy.
I mean, one thing that stands out is actually just the fact that they have the same lawyer. Like, why would he be paying, the retainer to keep that kind of lawyer? Like just that means he's planning on acquiring or merging with something at some point. So
yeah.
Yep.
Krigel, someone in the chat here says, I'd love to hear Krigel talk more about SEO. What else can you kind of add about it? You within what you were telling us, you said that there was something that they could or couldn't do, I think, with something in terms of the SEO or the cookies. Could you kind of expand a little bit on that stuff?
Absolutely. So SEO can be the best thing ever or your worst nightmare. It's a and I find this like, it's power, man. If you are SEO certified or you even just self-taught know about it, it's a superpower. I mean, you can literally write in. So there's like black hat SEO, gray hat SEO, you name it, right? We're talking about cloaking, a whole bunch of shit that you could do to drive traffic to your site. And what it is you're going on to the back end of systems. I'll use Google Analytics, for example. You're looking in and you're searching for key terms that have the most hits on the internet, the most, and you're plugging those into your articles, right? And then you're bidding on them. It's a fucking auction backstage. You're literally throwing money at these keywords to push yourself higher up in the algorithm, right? So if you use a keyword that's just dead, no one's clicking on it, no one's paying attention to it, doesn't matter how much money you throw at that. You're going to go ahead and bid, and when you put in your bid, maybe it's like $5 for this keyword, $4 for that keyword. There's rules that you can set. They're like escalation rules where I'll go X amount above the highest bid, not to exceed this dollar amount. It's crazy shit back there. And when you're talking about people that are writing articles about Bed Bath & Beyond, Bye Bye Baby, these are people that may have an unbiased view. Maybe they're a show, right? Maybe they're shorting. Maybe they don't want it to win. So they're now knowing how to do this. They're getting paid by someone that's a short, right? They're writing these articles. Let's say a high keyword is Bye Bye Baby bankruptcy. Okay. They're going to keep throwing money at that keyword so it ranks to the tippity top in their article. And by design, those articles are like on the first, like from first to page 5 until you get tired of scrolling. That's all you're going to see. So if you wanted to put something terrible out tomorrow to scare the fucking world, you absolutely could. And you could bid on it and it would win. And that's how all of this shit works. There's money behind it. Mm-hmm. You bid on these keywords. You do your analytical and your research on what keywords are winning. You're bidding on it, and then you're writing your article. Here's another black hat way, which I do not fucking recommend at all. I am not advising anyone to do this, but this is what I do know happens.
All right.
Let's say you have a, let me see. I'll use clothing. Mm-hmm. Let's say you have a brand new clothing store, okay? How you're going to rank, and again, my examples before were for blog posts, pages, like whatever, articles. Now we're talking about websites and SEO. So when you're writing on the description of your product, okay, and there's SEO optimization embedded in there too from a website. It's like a generator. So when you're writing your art, you're using keywords and shit, and it's not working. You've got all of these other websites with higher domain authority winning over you, even though you're using all of the right words. If you really wanted to, you could go on, for example, Macy's.com. Take all of their keywords on all of their product descriptions and every single fucking thing that they are getting traffic for. Paste it in your description, change the font to a size 0 or the color white, and then hit save, and no one's going to know. No one's going to know. No, the bots, there's bots that will go out. Google sends bots, and you'll know because there's code in the back end. In order for Google to recognize your page, you have to manually request that a bot indexes and crawls the page to make sure it's legit. These bots don't even pick that shit up. Google says they do, but I can promise you through piloting and experience, they absolutely fucking do not.
Yeah.
So,
right.
That's how it works on an e-commerce end. That's why when you look at websites and you're like, why is everyone buying shit off that website? It's so cheap. Not to name any, wishful websites out there. That's how.
Yeah. Kriggle, where do you see this playing out before we move on to our next guest here? And real quick, I do want to call out this tip here from Control Chaos with the 5. Appreciate the love. At Kriggle, I'm a fellow masshole from the Woo. Thanks for the information. Good stuff. I have no idea what that means.
They're from
maybe
Worcester.
You do. Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe you know what he's talking about there. Thunderous Queeper with the $5. Kriggle, 100% from Dorchester.
Nice.
All right. Right on. But Kriggle, tell us how you see this playing out before we move on to our next guest. Give us some thoughts. Heading into the rest of this week. I know we're waiting on that Chapter 11 plan as well. I'd like to know kind of where you see things playing out from here on out. So I'd love to hear your opinion. Yeah.
So I also I have multiple streams of income because I have ADHD and I can't fucking sit still. So I do real estate, talent acquisition, criminology, you fucking name it, I'm doing it. But from a I have a lot of experience in talent management as well with mergers and acquisitions for a major hospitality company that acquired another hospitality company not too long ago. And I will say that when these mergers and acquisitions occur, spin-offs of little tiny businesses happen as a result. You could have a hospitality firm all of a sudden, a bunch of people just spin off and have a real estate firm based on properties. A whole bunch of shit. I see that as a possibility where there's spin-offs. For example, Baby 2.0. I also see pieces of this business going into Teddy.com. I absolutely do. So I see spin-offs and I see a world where there's something just as big as Amazon, and it has to do with Bed Bath & Beyond and Bye Bye Baby. And it's just a collection of changing the way we shop and changing the way we do retail and intentionally breaking the system. That's what I see. You've got a philanthropist behind this that wants that to happen. And these guys fucking piss money all day. They're going to make that happen. They are absolutely going to be able to influence that.
Right on. All right, cool. Krigel, anything else you want to add? We have 911 people tuning in. Holy cow, man. It's a Monday night. We have so many tuning in, man. Let's hear it, Krigel. Give them some closing thoughts. Unless those were your closing thoughts, we can move on. But anything else you want to add, now's the time to do so.
Closing thoughts, biggest thing. When you see those articles on the website that are saying we're going to lose, don't fucking click on them. Don't share them. Don't touch them. They want you to do that. Stay strong. Continue watching the PP show because we have people here from all different areas of expertise. This is the community. This is the hub that is going to get us there as a team where we win. And every motherfucker that wants us to win out there is watching. Those are my
right on. Right on. You heard it from Krigel. Appreciate the love tonight. Appreciate you coming on the show, Krigel. And anytime you want to get in again, we'll send a link to Bengal.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Thanks for coming on.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. All right. You heard it from Krigel. Wow. That's some exciting stuff, man. Holy cow. Real quick. We had, we were all good. I already read that one earlier. So, yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Oh, all I know, she better come to Sun Devil's party in Vegas. When this is down, I want to meet her in person.
Yeah. Right on. Right on. People are saying, PP, give her a level up. All right. We'll give her a level up. That was really fucking impressive. I'm not going to lie. All right, right on. We also got a new member, man. Afterburner 69X4. Welcome to Hard PB, man. Right on, dude. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the fucking squad, man. Soul with the $5. Krigel killed it. Yeah, right on, man. We like having Krigel on. Super smart with the SEO stuff and things like that. So fuck yeah, I'd love to hear it. We do have a Citizen backstage as well. So why don't we go ahead and welcome Citizen on, and then also Kaz wanted us to give him a call. He wanted to go over maybe some stuff. He said he specifically wanted to speak on a specific lawyer. So why don't we go ahead and welcome Citizen to the show? So chat, please give a warm welcome, man, to Citizen. Citizen, what's going on, man?
Hey, PP. Hey, Michael.
Hey,
good to see you. Good to see you. It looks like we lost Travis there for a second, so let me get him another link in here, and he should be good now. All right, right on, man. Cool. So, Citizen, just sit tight for a moment. I'm going to give Kaz a quick call, and then we will see what's on your mind, man, because I know you probably have some opinions on the GME wallet being pulled today, so we can kind of go into that a little bit. Give me 1 second here. Travis said everything froze on me. He'll be right back. All right, no worries. We'll see Travis in just a moment.
Eileen had a space. I missed most of it because usually the aftermarket spaces are right at my dinner time. So
Okay. Yeah.
But
Right on.
I know they covered a little bit of that, but yeah, I have some opinions on it for sure.
Okay, cool. Also, just wanted to say, I was trying to find your comment, Afterburner. Afterburner says he'd been watching the PP show for a long time, so appreciate the love, Afterburner. Right on, man. All right, cool. Let's give Kaz a call, and then we'll ask Citizen what went on in Eileen's space call today as well. So give me 1 second here to give Kaz a call. So chat, please give a warm welcome to Kaz, man.
Woo, Kaz.
Hello.
Kaz, the fucking king, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, PP?
Good. Good, man. One dude in the chat, Mgis, he says, PP, tell Kaz I said he's the best, man. Right on, dude.
We are all a team, and as Pulti said, we are all leaders, and nobody is better than the other.
Right on, man. Beautifully said. Kaz, what do you have for us, man? Patty Woo's fucking quoting Teddy Roosevelt. What the fuck's going on, man? You know, the only person talking Teddy Roosevelt was you, man, for months and months and months. And now all of a sudden she just happens to talk about, let's talk about Teddy Roosevelt, right?
And it was the speech, the man on the arena. So basically, this is what I've been saying. And obviously she knows what's coming. And I enjoyed listening to the lady that she was talking right now, but I have some comments on what she said. So Steve Wolosky he's the lawyer, he's the shared lawyer between Ryan Cohen and Pulte, and he's specialized in shareholders activism, not mergers, acquisitions. So basically he's specialized in that field, which is shareholders activism. So why do I see both guys sharing the same lawyer? As you know, Ryan, he's been active in GameStop, and right now I'm sure in Bed Bath & Beyond. And why does Pulte need that same lawyer? Because of the issues he have with the CEO of Pulte Group and the COO of that same company. So I'm sure he needs him for some consultations and stuff. And Steve Wolosky is one of actually he's the best as far as shareholders activism. That's the remark I wanted to bring here. The other thing, also, she said, and I confirm, that what's coming is not, guys, what's coming is not a baby company. What's coming is a new Amazon. I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to close that door for people who are speculating about baby company coming. Don't forget, Toys R Us and Babies R Us are active again. Okay, yesterday I drove some people in New Jersey, and there is a center called the American Dream. Babies R Us are open. They're opening stores. They're going online. So don't think for a moment that Ryan is gonna, or that or whoever got the IP of Babies R Us and Toys R Us, they are stupid. They're gonna go and compete against Ryan. So Ryan is not focusing on babies. Ryan's focus is Amazon, something huge. All right. So
right.
And all right, something that I mean, Travis or Michael, they're gonna confirm what I'm saying. In order for a company to do a reverse merger, you cannot do a reverse merger with a shell company if that shell have issues, legal issues, court cases open. So basically, I'm happy with what's going on in court, and the judge is very lenient. He wants to close any issues as far as the leases. There is only one lease left, and I'm sure it's going to be solved. That young attorney today, she pissed me off. I mean, we were about to close the whole thing and start a new page, and she showed up from nowhere with one lease that is postponed until like mid August. It is happening. So basically, the shell company have legal to do the reverse merger. The shell company have to be clear of any cases in courts, and it has to have the ticker trading with high volume, which is happening right now for Bed Bath & Beyond, BBBYQ.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing left, actually, we are almost, today, if you notice, I didn't make videos yesterday because I have nothing to say. We said everything, and I've read what you wrote on Twitter today. We did all the DD. We have nothing else to say. We said everything. Now it's a waiting time.
It's all just tinfoil now, man. Really, and waiting for some dockets in the Chapter 11 plan. That's all we're waiting on. We just need to see what's going on.
Can I chime in here?
Hold on.
For me, what I'm waiting for is something called Super 8K.
Hold it,
Super
Travis.
8K.
Remember it because you can't hear you. Go ahead, Kaz.
Say it again.
Travis wanted to ask you. Just remember
Super 8K is the announcement for the reverse merger, and that's gonna get Teddy right away into the public market. And so basically, once again, you have Babies R Us around the corner. There's no need for bye baby, whatever it is. It's not even the guy who got bye baby. I feel bad for him. Even the guy, for Dream on Me. If you remember his face in the court, I didn't see him happy. Somebody buying a company, bye baby, for $15 million.
Yeah, and with 98 employees with 11 leases, how the fuck are they going to run those fucking businesses, guys? How? They're a manufacturer is what they are, man.
Listen, PP, if you or me, we were at the hearing that day, and we got bye baby, I'll be jumping out of my seat in front of the judge.
I know. We could have got Sun Devil and like a couple other the biggest guys to fucking buy baby ourselves, man.
Listen, once we make millions, I have a suggestion. Let's collect. Let's make a fund, like a collection of funds. $2 million. He bought it for $15 million. We offer him $20 million, and we can bid bye baby.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea, man. Anything else you want to add, Kaz? We'd love to hear it. There's a ton of people tuning in tonight. 917, man. Holy fuck, man. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Only one thing I want to say. Don't respond to those chills in Twitter.
Yeah.
If they bring some bullshit, just block them.
Yeah, it's better that way.
Don't open conversations with them. They have only like 50 and 100 followers, and you guys give them attention by responding to that. Once you respond on Twitter, it gives like whatever they wrote makes it more seen by more people. So just whenever you see something stupid like those, just block it.
Cool. All right. You heard it from Kai's, man. I appreciate having you on the show.
Thank you, guys. And I'll be watching.
All right. Take care, man. See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. All right. There you have it from Kai's, man. Travis, what'd you want to add to some of the stuff he was saying, man? Sorry, he can't hear you because he's on the phone.
I didn't think about that. And you got your headset on. And yeah. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, he can't hear me. No, I don't know what happened to my computer. Everything just froze, and my entire computer, so I had to do a quick restart. But I had dockets open, referencing NOLs and certain tax codes for NOL carry forwards. I had the tax codes kind of pulled up.
You were ready, huh?
I was ready. I'm sitting here going, hey, there is some good news. I haven't gotten to the bullish stuff yet.
Right.
But we did have some dockets dropped today that were for monthly statements for some attorney fees. I do have those up if you want to go over.
I'd love to see them. And then Citizen, if you want to add on to some of the stuff, let's check out some dockets real quick. If that's all right with you, Citizen, you can sit in with us for a bit longer.
Yeah, I'm excited for them. They're pretty exciting.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome stuff.
All right, let's start here.
Yeah, give me 1 second here, and we'll pull this up. All right, what docket is this, Travis?
1683. I'm getting
1683.
1683 and 1682. They're both monthly fee statements for attorneys that were doing work for Bed Bath & Beyond. The biggest thing here that I can take from this is a lot. I'll zoom in a little bit so everybody
Real
can see.
quick, Mo Money with the $5. Join late. What's the consensus on that private DM picture to Patty Wu? That DM seemed very bearish. Is it bearish? Just wanted everyone's thoughts. Private DM picture to Patty Wu. What is Mo Money referring to, fellas? Let me know in the chat.
I don't know.
Yeah. If you're referring to the drinks, is that what you go ahead, Travis?
No, so there was a lot of attorney fees in here for, corresponding with the, attorneys team regarding tax returns, NOLs.
Yeah.
Conduct research about 382 L5 business continuity rules. 382, I'll go ahead and share this other one real quick. This is IRS code 382, limitation on net operating loss carryforwards and certain built-in losses following ownership change.
All right. So that's essentially the code that they use for doing this, or what? Is that what you're saying?
It's one of the
Travis?
IRS codes that were internal revenue codes that oversees a lot of the rules. It actually outlines the rules. Now, this gets into it's been decades since I've been into a lot of tax work, so I can't, I'm not an expert on this whatsoever, but I'm sure they have some of the brightest minds around working on this, and you can tell that they were putting in a lot of hours for a lot of different things. But what got me the most is the business continuity rules, business continuity rules, business continuity rules. And they're doing a lot of research of this at the end of June, which tells me that, look, I think they're going to come out of here, do their best to preserve the net operating losses, have some business continuity rules. And in order to do so, we know that we get to be made whole. I think a lot of this is pointing to this is very, very bullish. This isn't like a boom slam dunk, but this is, they're spending a lot of money on lawyers looking into this and people who are experts in their field who do this all the time.
So how would you refute it to someone on the other side saying, no, that's not bullish. That's just something that they did for the company. How would you refute that, Travis, in a sense, to someone viewing it that way?
Sure. Why would the company engage them to do it?
If they are not going to make enough money to even pay back the dip, like why would they then spend more money?
If they weren't operating, right? If they weren't planning to operate, they wouldn't be talking about NOLs in the first place.
Yeah, and in business continuity, I mean, they're planning to continue business as usual. Maybe not as usual, maybe a little bit different.
Right.
But they're definitely planning to continue business and keep the NOLs, at least safeguarded.
Yeah, and can you remind everybody? Travis, what stipulations is for the NOLs for them to be able to use those NOLs? For anybody who's tuning in, what stipulations are needed for them to guarantee those NOLs? What stipulations are they under?
New owner can't have more than 50%. So that means we could get diluted, but we could get diluted up to 50%. And I don't know particulars when you have a potential credit swap for equity, or I'm sorry, debt swap for equity. This is where it gets complex, and you need tax experts in to kind of go over this. But
that's why we have you on the show, man.
I'm not a tax expert. I'm a operational accountant, man. I do debits and credits and double entry accounting, and yeah, I've had a lot of, my career has kind of led me down a lot of the legalese stuff and studying legal documents, because I do a little bit of contract law where I have to determine how to recognize revenues and everything like that. So I'm reviewing a lot of contracts and a lot of legal documents very often.
I was going to say, now you highlighted that that could happen with possible dilution. Now, someone in the chat pointed out you can't dilute in Chapter 11, but my question is, what if the dilution had already happened? So back with HBC, the subsidiaries and all that stuff that was going on at the time, obviously we've been speculating for a long time that maybe there's 300 million shares out there that are held somewhere. Would that be, in a sense, a method that they could use to already, so they wouldn't have to further dilute? The dilution's already happened, and that's something we've speculated for a long time if that's already been done. Is that a possibility?
Well, the person's not incorrect. You can't dilute during Chapter 11, but as you exit Chapter 11, the new ownership or new co, that's when it happens. It happens on either the acquisition date or the date they come out of Chapter 11. It all happens basically simultaneously. So not incorrect. You can't mess with equity right now, but it doesn't mean when we emerge from Chapter 11 that it won't happen that same day.
Now, what if
the
the
311
dilution?
securities, that is that what you're bringing up, PP, right now? Is like,
Yeah, that's what I'm more worried about. Is the three if that's the dilution that has already occurred, that they would be able to utilize that 50%. Now, real quick, EB with the $5. Talk is cheap unless you are a lawyer working for Bed Bath Q. Right on, EB. EB's bugged, man, today by those lawyers getting paid. Appreciate the tip. But Travis, what do you think in that sense? I mean, so what's this and saying the 311 million? Possible dilution. Could that be used for a new owner in terms of the 50%, or would it have to be fresh dilution?
No, that was old. That was old co. What's done is done before Chapter 11.
Sure.
And so I know that there was somebody who put a post out today about the free float could be 430 million. I didn't get a chance to look at it. Unfortunately, I was commuting home when I was kind of reached out to about it. And I really don't want to go back through all those things, but I will. I mean, as soon as I have some time, I'll take another peek at it.
Right.
But I was under the impression that those weren't treasury shares; those were shares that were reserved, and there is there is a difference between those. Treasuries actually like repurchased by the company at a certain point in time, where authorized shares that are held in reserve for preferred stock conversions or the warrant conversions, those are just in reserve. So they are closely held, but they're not necessarily treasury. And I know the post said that they were treasury stocks, and so there's this like small, maybe possible miscommunication. I've always said free float's around 430. I don't think it's going to be the 739 or 736 that we're saying that the TSO is. So
okay,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. We had a comment here from someone. Bagman says, hey, why are there so many hours on research, potential asset recovery? What page is that on? Are you able to control F? I think it's on that same docket that you're viewing.
What am I looking for?
Yeah, we're looking for a potential asset recovery. I don't know if this is the right docket. Maybe it isn't. So they said that, they said that there was a shitload of hours.
I guess if I could type correctly. So potential asset recoveries shows up 456 times.
Holy fuck, man.
I wish I could show. I don't know if you can see that part.
No, we can see it on the side. We can see all the orange right there.
Yeah, 456 times it shows up. So it's
there. Oh yeah, there it is. So, oh wow, there's a lot of fucking hours spent on this. So if you just scroll down from here, you'll just see this is all research.
This is all litigation matters.
Right.
So
hey, did you see any lawyers from Xclaim? Just wondering if, off the top of my head, I was just wondering if any of this is going to be related to tokenized shares, or if any of the Xclaim lawyers got paid. Off the top of your head, do you know that?
There was only like 4 law firms that I saw today that had
gotten paid.
Their monthly fee statements came out.
Cool.
But I didn't do.
Be on the lookout for that, because
what was the name of it?
So Xclaim is the name of the law firm that BBBY is working with, and they were hired by the Voyage AR, or not Voyage AR, the Voyager cryptocurrency bankruptcy. And so, yeah, I thought that maybe they would be in some docket somewhere, since you're scouring through the who's getting paid and like what attorneys are getting paid. Be on the lookout for. I maybe I'll try to find the names, but it's Xclaim, not EX. It's just the letter X and then claim is the name of the company. But yeah, if they're starting to get paid, then yeah, they're diving into the tokenized shares. So I was just wondering.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's I'll definitely be on the lookout for that. But there's definitely a lot here with potential asset recoveries. But these are regarding different litigations, and a company can be going through dozens and dozens of lawsuits at any particular time. So we don't know what these are necessarily referring to.
I mean, also each one of the leases would be a separate like thing. You'd have to have someone connecting with those landlords and their, because they weren't guaranteed that they were going to recover any assets, right? Any like monetary benefit, right? Like just getting out of it, that is like either A, you get out of the lease, you still have to pay the cure amount, or you could get out of it neutral, or you could make money. So it's like, well, ideally, as much money as they could get from the leases, the better. But yeah.
Doc in the chat says Kaz was liquidated. He said it himself. He doesn't own any shares. He's a fucking shill. Doc, what the fuck, man? That's not true. He got liquidated on margin like January, man, and he's been buying more shares ever since. So although you're right that he lost a portion of his shares, he's still in. Also, I was actually rewatching my very first stream, and Doc was one of the first people who watched. So Doc, appreciate still having you here today, man. Right on. Wow. Yeah, so you're feeling bullish on some of that stuff then, Travis.
I like it. I mean,
yeah.
if you're paying an attorney, you're actually asking an attorney, hey, we need to look into this. Can you do some research? And there's people that are experts in their field that are still having to check and double check and make sure that, hey, we're dotting our I's, crossing our T's. We're not missing anything here. Yeah. I think it's bullish.
There's also some additional stuff, Travis. Sorry for interrupting your closing statement, but there's something about disinterested disinterested, if you control F on that word. And that was talking about making sure that the board members were not, there was like no conflict of interest and with board members. So that was in these latest documents as well. I don't know if you were going to touch on that or not.
I see that show up twice in the one that I just had open, but I don't see anything worth noting for now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is all super bullish, but yeah.
Cool. Right on. Excellent. So why don't we get into some of those dockets tonight then? I'll actually, unless you're able to pull them up on your end, Travis, I think, what was the docket we just looked at? That was 83, wasn't
1683, but then there's another for 1682 that has disinterested a lot more time.
Sure. Let's check out 1682. Why don't we read a little bit through it here? We'll see what's going on with some of these dockets tonight. So man, there's a lot of people in the chat tonight. Holy cow, man. The fuck? Right on. All right, let's pull this up and let's read through some of this docket here. All right, so here's what you were looking for, Citizen. And what were you saying about this that you found interesting?
So there was DD written that talked about how this is related to ensuring there's no conflict of interest in board of director conflicts. So that's pretty. It says right there, BOD conflicts. So. If we know that this is big and that the FTC was shooting down his balloons, I think that during this Chapter 11 restructuring, they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's in all regard. Even with we have our suspicions that Newell, Brett Icahn left Newell by selling his shares at a loss. And left that board of directors for a reason. We have a feeling that GameStop just lost their CFO, who's on the board of directors, and was the only one to sell shares in 2022. And Matt Furlong is off the board of directors. So like there's I think that it's pretty juicy that they're doing this research and they're not spending. I mean, that's a pretty big line item as well.
Right. I was going to say, Citizen, you've been really following, I know you're really well versed in the blockchain crypto type stuff, the NFTs and shit like that. So tell us a little bit, how does it make sense for GME to take away the GameStop wallet? Why did they remove that in your opinion? And what do you think about all of that?
I think that they just don't have the dev support to keep that afloat in an ever-changing crypto world, and they may have a replacement for it coming soon. That's my tinfoil on it. Is so if you understand, like a lot of people don't really understand how the GameStop wallet works, but basically it's a MetaMask wallet. It's an EOA wallet that has a 12-word passphrase, and you can import that same passphrase into your MetaMask. So literally, as long as you just download MetaMask, you can access the NFT marketplace all the same would if you had your GameStop wallet.
Mm-hmm.
There's some benefits about the GameStop wallet in that you can, bridge down to level 1 and bridge back up to level 2, and like. But it's interesting. I had a feeling that they were going to be losing. The damn icon on that wallet hasn't changed since the winter time, so they were literally not even like supporting it.
What does it benefit to remove it though? I mean, if it was just kind of there, I mean, do you think it's like regulation or stuff like that, or what do you think?
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I have this weird feeling that has something to do with the X app. Because the fact is that if you're gonna have an app, so my latest tinfoil is that SuGov put a transcript with eToro up on the SEC, put on record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why eToro? And
that's what I've been questioning too for a long time, man, with eToro. Like I don't know, man. Kaz had some explanation as to why it was
okay. They're a Jewish company, you know that, right?
Yeah, I'm fully aware. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that. Do you know that Elon and Twitter also has a partnership with eToro?
Mm-hmm.
And did you know that you can buy crypto with Cash App?
Buying crypto with Cash App? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know you can buy crypto at point of sale as well with Cash? Or not? I'm sorry. You can use Cash App at some point of sale systems, like you go to your local vape shop, you just tap to pay with Cash App.
Right.
So my thought is like maybe they already have an iOS app that's going to handle crypto, and that's Twitter, that's X, because X already lets you sync your wallet, your layer 1 wallet, with your profile picture. If you have Twitter Blue, then you can make an NFT your profile picture, and it will actually link to where it is on chain. So yeah, I honestly, I'm not that bullish on the fact that they are. I already knew they were downscaling a lot in their blockchain team.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy who built that app in the Chrome extension is actually hasn't been working for GameStop for a while. And so, yeah, I haven't seen very many app updates or any updates from it. I haven't actually been on the marketplace that much in the first place. Lots of creators have left.
Right.
And I honestly think that short hedge funds that hate GameStop and wanted it to fail and still want it to fail have infiltrated the NFT marketplace in both consumers and creators. So.
Yeah. Real quick, we do have someone backstage, Ivan, that we're about to bring on in just a moment. So just sit tight, Ivan, for 2 more minutes. We'll bring you on. We see you back there. So just sit tight. We do, someone wanted to point out here, in this docket, teleconference with D. Hillman regarding credit bid. Interesting stuff. Do you guys have any opinions on this, teleconference, with D. Hillman?
I'd have to find out who D. Hillman is. Sorry, I was muted. Right. I was trying to talk and eat at the same time, so apologize. That's why I'm off screen.
No, enjoy your food. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Ivan. If someone wants to build up upon the teleconference with D. Hillman regarding the credit bid. D. Hillman's the lawyer. That's right. I know I've heard the Hillman name.
Dude, Hillman is the badass motherfucker. Yeah. I was like, this cake cannot be unbaked.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's right. That's the badass. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring in Ivan, man. So chat, please give a warm fucking welcome, man, to Ivan. Ivan, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Yo, hey, what's going on, PP? How's everything?
Not much, man. Yeah, just chilling tonight. How you doing?
Pretty good. Just chilling. I was just watching the stream right now, and my kids want me to get on the PP show so they can say hi.
Right on, man. Awesome. Cool, man. Ivan, what do you think, man? Heading into the rest of the week, man. How do you think this is going to play out, man? Give us an opinion.
I don't know. I'm pretty bullish, man. I've been pretty bullish the whole way. I was actually expecting something to pop off today, and I was hoping we'd just start kicking up really good today. But I guess that's gonna have to wait. I missed that court hearing today.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, Ivan, we appreciate having you on, man. Anything you want to add? We'd love to hear it, man. Let's hear it.
No, man. I was just here for the community. BBBY, Teddy, all of us. I feel like, we got strength in numbers and everything is looking great. Everybody's just hold. We'll get there eventually.
Cool. Right on.
What's up?
All right. You heard it from Ivan, man. Appreciate having you on the show. All right, Teddy. Right on. All right, Ivan. Appreciate having you on, man.
Later, guys.
Take care, man.
Michael.
See ya. Michael. All right. Only the young, man. All right. Only the young. Interesting stuff. Someone said no dildo slaps. Yeah, that'd probably be best. We don't do that. All right. While Travis is eating here, I'm sure he can still hear us. I got your screen back up, Travis. I'm going to go ahead and start going over. Okay, yeah, you can. All right. Can you pull me up the latest docket then in that case? Can you pull up 1684 and I'll start reading through it? We just got a new docket. Possibly. Oh, no, we didn't. 1684. That's right. That's the same one.
I'm just want to correct myself. It is not a Jewish company. It is an Israeli company. So I want to correct myself on eToro.
Yeah,
Thanks,
right on.
Appreciate it.
All right, so what we have here is docket 1684. Let's see what certificate of service. Oh wait, go up a little bit. That has Pachulski in it right there. Yeah, keep going up just a little bit more. So it says, I, La Asia S. Canty, am the secretary paralegal for Pachulski, Stang, Zeal, and Jones LLP, who represents the official committee of the unsecured creditors. All right, right on. You can scroll down, Travis. Yeah. All right. So let me read this section here. Second monthly fee statement of Pachulski, Stang, Zeal, and Jones LLP for the period of June 1st, 2023 through June 30th, docket number 1682. Second monthly statement of the Alvarez and Marshall North America LLC for payment of compensation and reimbursement of expenses as financial advisor to the official committee of unsecured creditors for the period from June 1st, 2023 through June 30th, docket 1683. All right. And what do we have here? Okay, so this is just some notices that went out.
A list of notices that were sent out to say, hey, all these people were notified.
Okay. So is there any docket, or are there any dockets that we can kind of browse through? I know I saw one today. I don't think it was. A lot of them have been the monthly statement stuff lately. Let me see here for docket 16.
And then there was the Mara Sirhal issue that, man, both Mara and Bed Bath & Beyond were, putting on the gloves today and going at it with each other. Seems like because she's fighting for some compensation, and they're saying, no, you left before a certain period, so you owe us actually $300,000. So that one could get interesting, but it's not going to hold up the deal.
Right. Let's take a look at, I think it's 16. Let's take a look at 1681. There's some stuff in Harmon there that we may want to cover. So let's take a peek at that one. I could read through some of that. So, all right. Yeah, go ahead and scroll down here. All right. So let me start here. So notice of motion for relief from the automatic stay. Please take notice. The non-party Marisurol will move before the Honorable Vincent PP on August 22nd, 2023 at 10 a.m. or as soon thereafter as counsel may be heard in the United States Bankruptcy Court. Basically, please take further action that in support of the motion, the undersigned shall rely upon the notion, the notice of motion for relief from the automatic stay. All right. So what it says here, basically law and certification of Marisurol with exhibits annexed thereto, which sets forth the relevant factual and legal basis upon which the relief requested should be granted. A proposed order granting the relief requested in the motion is also being submitted. Please take further notice that objections, if any, to the relief requested in the motion shall, 1, be in writing, 2, state with particularly the basis of the objection, and 3, be filed with the clerk of the court electronically by attorneys who regularly practice after the bankruptcy court in accordance with the general order regarding electronic means for filing, signing, and verification of documents dated March 27, 2002, the general order, and the commentary supplementing administrative procedures dated as of March 2004. The supplemental commentary, the general order, the supplemental commentary, and the user's manual for the electronic case filing system can be found at www.njb.uscourts.gov, the official website for the bankruptcy court, and by all other parties in interest on CD-ROM and portable document format, PDF, and shall be served in accordance with the general order and the supplemental commentary, so as to be received no later than 7 days before the hearing date set above. So this is due 7 days before the 22nd of August, or the March, or yeah, so 7 days before the 22nd of August is when this is due. Please take further notice that copies of all documents filed in these Chapter 11 cases may be obtained free of charge. All right, yeah, we could just skip this part right here. Just keep going down. All right, yeah, here it is right here. Yeah. All right, certification of Mara Sir Hall.
This is a long docket.
Yeah, we'll kind of go through some of it here. Her motion for relief from the automatic stay. I am the defendant in a pre-petition action that Bed Bath & Beyond Inc. Commenced in the Law Division of the Superior Court of New Jersey. I respectfully submit the certification in support of my motion for relief from the automatic stay, unless otherwise stated. I either have personal knowledge of the facts set forth herein or knowledge of the facts based upon my review of these documents. Attached here too is Exhibit 1 is a true and accurate copy of the April 25th, 2023 complaint and attached exhibits that were filed against me and the company in the Supreme Court Law Division. Yeah. Why are people posting you copy? Is he here? People just posting his emoji. On or about December 14, 2020, I agreed to join Harmon Face Values, Harmon as its senior vice president, general manager. Harmon is a company that was owned by Bed Bath & Beyond soon after I was promoted and given dual roles. Senior vice president, general merchandise, manager, health, beauty, consumables with Bed Bath & Beyond Inc., and senior vice president, general manager at Harmon. Due to my success and loyalty with Bed Bath & Beyond and Harmon on May 16, 2022, I received a recognition award of $106,250, provided that if I resigned within 1 year, I would be required to repay Bed Bath & Beyond a prorated portion of the recognition award. In and around June 2022, I signed a new employment agreement with Bed Bath & Beyond to become Bed Bath's executive vice president, chief merchandising officer, and general manager. Harmon. Before executing the employment agreement, I had no opportunity to review Bed Bath's books and records, and I did not have the full understanding of Bed Bath's financial situation at the time. This employment agreement was offered to me by Bed Bath's previous CEO, Mark Tridon. The employment agreement provided in part that I would receive a $220,000 lump sum cash payment as a signing bonus and could retain the signing bonus if I did not resign prior to the first anniversary of the employment agreement effective date before June 28th, 2023. Or if I resigned prior to the first anniversary for good reason. The employment agreement defined good reason as, among other things, a material diminution, right? Diminution. Diminution.
Diminution. I don't know that one. Diminution.
Yeah, we need an English expert in the crowd. Where was I right here? The employment agreement defined good reason as, among other things, a material diminution in executive's duties, authority, or responsibilities of employment. Bed Bath & Beyond did not initially offer me the signing bonus, but I negotiate the amount when I discovered that my predecessor of the role of chief merchandising officer was compensated. Joe was compensated more significantly more than the compensation Bed Bath was offering me for the same role. So what is this entire document? This is basically just like, it seems like this is just someone who is in a position that I guess submitted this, and this is like her account of everything going on, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, and she's saying that Bed Bath & Beyond owes her money because she left, and this is just my understanding of skimming through it. She left, and she's saying Bed Bath & Beyond owes her money for like a prorated amount of something, and they're saying no, you didn't leave for a good reason, or you didn't have good reason for departure, and so in fact you owe us everything back.
Okay, yeah, someone said she's wanting back pay.
Yeah, I mean, okay, back pay, and then they're saying no, you owe us actually because you didn't leave under good reason. So
yeah,
it's your basic like payroll HR.
I would assume that this would be
litigation.
like a claim that you put in, right? If that's the case, but I'm surprised it's a docket. Trevor S with the $5. Can't take the 4-play anymore. This powder keg is about to blow. My nips could cut glass. I'm so jacked. Right on, man. Appreciate the love, Trevor. Okay, yeah. So it's basically just someone wanting their back pay. So we can skip this docket.
Says she owes them more than $339.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they want the signing bonus and they want the other.
So she wants money, but they want money.
Wow. Yeah, she might be stuck in a pickle there. All right. So I guess let's go ahead and move on to the next docket then. Is there any specific docket that anybody out there wants us to? That's all right. Here, I'll fix it. If anybody else wants a specific docket you guys want us to cover, we'll go over it. I'm curious where you copies at, man, because I did want to go over some TA tonight as well. So you copy, if you're out in the crowd, let us know. We'll get you a link to the chat. If so, we will also provide a link in the chat if anybody wants to come on. Remember, webcams are required, man, if you want to come on the show. So if you want to come in and tell us something or you have an opinion, we'd love to hear it. You copy is you pasting. Yeah. All right. All right, that's fine. So we can go over a couple other things. That's cool. Give me 1 second here. I'll go ahead and pull this up here because.
So did somebody talk about that person asked about the DM in the Patty Wu in the LinkedIn? Were they talking about the reply?
Yes. So, I was curious what they were talking about there. Rengoku with the soft PP membership. Read the Rebel allocator and everything RC is doing right now. It will make sense. All right, Rebel allocator, right on. Okay, so yeah, the Patty Wu stuff. She's not just talking about. Okay, yeah, I was trying to figure out what she was talking about. Is she more like highlighting the thing that she was referring to in terms of like the Bed Bath 2.0, or is there like a new?
Somebody had put in on LinkedIn, and I would pull it up, but I don't want to dox myself.
Is it on ThePPShow or what?
I'll pull it up.
Okay, you want to pull it up for us? All right. Michael will pull up LinkedIn right now.
Cool.
Oh, LinkedIn. I thought someone took a picture of it. I think on the subreddit.
Oh, that's fair too. Yeah. Either way.
Well, which one are you referring to, Citizen?
I'm referring to the response to her collage post that said what baby 1.0, 2.0, Teddy quotation, and in the comments, somebody asked her, "Hey, I thought." The fuck, where is it?
Is it the hello Mrs. Wu? I really enjoyed reading your post, your team, and then she responds with the picture of Dream on Me.
She responded with Dream on Me bought the IP and kept some leases. Yeah.
Okay, I have it right here. Hold on 1 second. So we were talking about this.
Kai's is all up in this LinkedIn thread too. Jesus.
Is it this one right here?
Hold on, let me get back over.
Is this the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So basically someone messaged her and said, "Hello, Mrs. Wu. I really enjoyed reading your post. Your team and you did an amazing job. Could you clarify what you meant with Bye Bye Baby 2.0?" And obviously, what do you want her to really say? Right? You want her to just say, "Yeah, it's Teddy, it's RC. Everything you've been saying has been right. Congratulations, fellas. Getting the stock while it's 30 cents." Of course not, man. Just going based off the fucking docket shit, right? She responds to this user, "A private investor purchased Bye Bye Baby intellectual property in some stores." So notice she says a private investor. She doesn't say a private company, right? What does she say? She says a private investor. Okay.
Exactly.
Now that is fucking bullish. And the guy in this post at the bottom here says, wouldn't really call this bullish, to be honest. I mean, what do you fucking want? You want her to wipe your fucking ass or what, man? Like, what do you fucking want? Mo Money with the $2. Yes, that's the one PP with Patty Big. All right, right on. Yeah, what you want her to fucking wipe your ass, man, and fucking read you a story at night? Is that how you're gonna sleep good at night?
I can't believe that's the subtitle on that picture. Holy shit.
But obviously she's just she's showing this. And again, I if I was this user, I would have responded and said, well, how is it possible that a company with 98 employees taking over 11 fucking leases that makes $14 million a year, how are they going to pay for that? That's what I would have followed up with, and she probably wouldn't have even responded. So those are the kinds of questions you should be asking yourselves. And again, just because she says she links an article, because it's fucking in the dockets, man, it's literally in the docket. So
it's amazing that it almost has the entire acronym PIPE in it. Right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Private investor purchased is 3/4 PIPE deal.
Wow. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. You actually make a fucking great point. Spencer Wilson with the $10. Appreciate the love, Spencer. Tell us a little bit more about your thought process with that, Citizen, or Michael, either one of you who wants to chime in there.
Yeah, I honestly was blown away that she responded to this. I give props to the person who put it in there. I think that over the weekend with the cast-in picture and the sleuthing involved with people's fingernails and moles and shit, I thought that was high-level fucking tinfoil DD right there. And then with the LinkedIn shit, I mean, I showed my wife, and I show her LinkedIn versus Reddit and Twitter, and LinkedIn like hits her like Facebook. It's like, oh wow, okay, so they are actually talking about keeping the business open. And we can all talk about how the shell company just wants the ticker, and we're doing a reverse merger DPO and a super 8K. But to normal people, that doesn't fucking make any sense. So,
yeah, and how the fuck does this make sense right here? For a company that's about to fucking liquidate, what kind of fucking conversation is this, right? David Caston, as someone great once said, you can turn off the light switch, but you can't dim our light, or something like that. Patty responds, "You have been an incredible partner. Thank you for keeping me sane, supporting the business, and believing in baby. Excited for what you have planned next." I wonder what David Caston's been doing. Because again, remember that this whole time since December, January, when David Caston comes in, we had so many people watching Caston, okay, on LinkedIn. And all he did was he was sitting there in the office just liking shit on fucking LinkedIn. Everyone was always asking, what the fuck is Caston doing? Whoa, is Caston doing any work? Maybe he was waiting this whole time to possibly start doing some work. But as we see, Caston is, some people are speculating Caston's done. The company's already done with their Chapter 11 stuff. So maybe he was doing something behind the scenes. But anyways, Patty Wu says, "You have been an incredible partner. Thank you for keeping me sane, supporting the business, and believing in baby. Excited for what you have planned next." And I agree, the silver lining for God, all of this is the people and the bonds we have forged. Patty Wu also says David Caston and maybe stoke the flames with some, how do you say that? Aguardiente, right? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Geez, I wonder what the fuck is being referenced here. All right. If you know, you know. Well, let's see here. Where the fuck else did we talk about it, people? It was posted nowhere but our show and then the PP Show, man. All right. I think all of this shit's fucking connected. And again, what did some user say in the chat too? Cheese and it was Fleetwood Mac, right? They both pointed out that is in fact the drink that Caston was drinking with the watch on. So again, I ask you, man, how the fuck is this a normal goddamn conversation?
I thought he was drinking whiskey because there was there was a case for whiskey.
The whiskey was on the table, but
maybe he was drinking the tequila, but whiskey was definitely on the table.
But if you look back at the drink, I'll actually pull up the image for everybody again. If you look at the drink is it most certainly doesn't look like a drink that's mixed with whiskey. That's for sure. It looks like where is it here? I have the image right here. Give me 1 second.
I do remember Caston also posting on LinkedIn. I remember back when we first got into bankruptcy, he was talking about how like we have a whole nother thing. I can't remember it now, the term he used, but that was fun to follow him and say like, oh, we're not done. The story is just beginning or something.
Yeah. Real quick, Maffles in the chat with the $2. Appreciate the love, Maffles. Please repeat DNT for your sugar daddy. There you go. I just butchered it. All right.
It's agua, which is water, and then ardiente, which means burning. So it's like a throat burner.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So you can clearly tell, okay, this is not, I don't know how much whiskey you've drank before, Travis, but I ain't never had a fucking whiskey drink that looked like that. Ever.
That's not whiskey.
And I drink a lot, my friend. All right.
Let's scroll up a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, that tan thing in the top right corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See it. Look closely, and then share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There it is right there. And that is actually the brand. Yeah, that's the brand that I had wrote on the post later that night. And again, fellas, right? It takes fucking money it takes money to buy fucking whiskey, man. All right. And whiskey's on the goddamn table, but he may not be drinking the whiskey, right? It's there on the table. We have UCopy backstage. Holy cow. All right, we'll go into UCopy in just a moment. But anyways, it's interesting, again. If she's referring to that fucking alcohol, right? Someone confirmed it that it's an orange alcoholic drink that looks like this, all right? The only thing that would make logical sense is that maybe the person who gave me the image to show on the sub, maybe they know them, maybe they don't, right? Maybe they just happen to be friends with David Caston on Instagram and they sent me this picture. And I talked to them on Reddit, they just wanted to remain anonymous. But nonetheless, it's interesting, man. I mean, what else could she possibly be talking about? Brian says there's new dockets. All right, right.
That whiskey, actually, the Belviene, means village of luck.
Interesting.
Also, I mean, why would she say if you know instead of saying what we should know?
Yeah, because they know they know that they probably are aware of our show. They're probably aware. We've been making enough noise to where people are paying attention. Obviously,
why
people trying to come on the show shut us down.
What? Why do you think it has anything to do with the show?
Well, because primarily because this image that you're looking at, I didn't show this until Friday night at like 11 o'clock at night. Okay. This picture was not posted fucking anywhere besides when I showed it that night. Chat ripped me to shreds, said my tinfoil was shit. And then I was like, all right, I got off that night. I uploaded the picture to the subreddit. Saturday morning, everybody started running with whose hands are these? Whose hands are these? So it blew up.
Exactly.
So if it wasn't from the show, then it was most certainly from the subreddit. But someone has eyes on what we're talking about and what we're discussing, and that's what I think. Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility too, right? Someone in the chat here says, check out mergers and acquisition hours in the new docket. All right. We'll pull up the new docket in just a moment. I'll have Travis work on that backstage. And right now we're going to go ahead and welcome UCopy into the show. So chat, please give a warm fucking welcome, man, to UCopy.
I want it.
Hey,
UCopy, good to fucking see you, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Oh shit, sorry guys. Was a little too busy today. Just gotta move some stuff to a new place we bought, and then just set things up for just trying to rent stuff out, trying to make it furnished.
Yeah,
before
right
maybe
on.
let it rent it out. But yeah, I just got too busy. But in terms of like fucking like price action, yeah, I was actually thought about like, I mean, in the morning we saw some some like spike, I think like 7%. But yeah, we closed at like -2%. Yeah, it's still like boring price action, but yeah, I mean, I didn't do a lot, but I just want to show you guys. It's like, yeah, I think we are very close. Like I said, I posted on Twitter. August is gonna be very a month that we could see like something exciting.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, not much going on since last week. This is still just boring action, just tracking like, I feel like it's still tracking this July, end of July, area, or end of July to early August area. I think it's almost the final stage, maybe. And
Yeah,
then
you think so, man?
I think so. Look at this. Okay, so I think we might have to wait a little bit. Okay, so I just want you guys to look at this. So
Yeah.
I'm using 200 moving average and 360 moving average, and then when this 360 is on top of above the 200 and touches the candle, it move up. And same thing as here, this area. Slightly, you see, there's a 200 moving average is in the middle, 360 is in the top, right? So we move up. So now look at where we at. It got reversed. So we got downturn. So 180 is above. So we got downturn, smashed. However, we are still up on
We're
this.
still trending on that line.
Exactly, ascending trend. So they cannot do anything. Because we're in a new bull cycle. Algorithm can't do anything.
Yeah.
So this is how much they can push down, right? Now as you can see, this 200 moving averages is gonna start to come down in the middle area, and then once this pink 360 moving average move up like this, and 200 moving up like that, cross this way, and then touch the candle.
Yep.
Then that's when we're gonna see the price action.
Yeah, it looks like it's either about to rip or it's about to make another leg up. So I mean, it's going to create another staircase here. I mean, we're coming down to that trending line, and then we're going to trend back upwards, make another staircase, come back down again. But it's overall we're moving upwards. Last fucking 3 months, man. People who want the stock to fail, they've been fuming, man. They're pissed, taking it to Twitter, taking it to like they're taking it to Twitter, Reddit, everywhere you can think. Listen, people. Like who was it that came on? It was either Jade or it was Krigel who said this. Stop paying them fucking attention, fellas. Just fucking block them, man. All they want to do is cause fucking drama and stir shit, man. Who gives a fuck? Fuck their opinion. We don't give a shit. All right. If someone actually wants to debate something and they are shorting the motherfucker, come fucking debate it, man. But otherwise you're just fueling it, man. Don't let them get under your skin. Just fuck them, man. You block them, it pisses them off even more, dude. Krigel said it. All right. Yeah, you fuck them. Real quick, let me just read these off. Spencer Wilson with the $5. Forgot to make a message last time. Laughing my ass off. Moon soon. I was here the day before we moon. 45K shares. 0.69 average. PT. 4,269. Egg loser boy. Right on, man. We also got a 5 from EB. I love you copy, but Doc 1686 page 3 shows 206 hours of merger and acquisition activity. Where's the goddamn shills at, man?
Yeah,
that's right. They want to try to come fucking share porn to shut us down. You fucking cocksuckers,
but
man.
You know what? Those people still will try to make shit up to to deny it.
Yeah, they just make shit up. They try to get under your skin. Oh, it's been sold. Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah. Fucking Dream On Me bought a multi-fucking billion-dollar fucking business, right? They bought the IP for $15 million. Sure. Yeah. A lot of these people take us for fucking idiots, man. But the sad reality, for them is that we have a incredibly fucking excellent community that is very fucking knowledgeable and I mean, for God's sakes, we had hand experts yesterday, man. So over the weekend. So sorry to cut you off there.
And then last weekend, Mooncake messaged me and say like, "Hey, you have 2 accounts," and I was like, "No." So
yeah.
So some fucking guy just copy my account. Like
Yeah.
I was like,
we got him suspended, you copy. So actually,
really? Okay,
I was looking into it last night for you, and I saw your post about that, and I was like, this motherfucker trying to fucking do this shit to you copy. So I clicked on his name, and guess what? He stopped impersonating you, and he started impersonating David Neo. So I quote tweeted David Neo. I said, dude, report this fucking asshole. He's impersonating you, and this morning he was suspended. So
okay, that's
I was on it, man. I saw you copy, and I took care of it. So
it's crazy. So I feel like something is very close, you know. This
people want to stir up shit, man.
Yeah, I only have like fucking like maybe like less than 2,000 followers, and then like they're trying like this, they're doing shit like that.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
It's weird. So glad to hear merger acquisitions in the filing. So based on anyway, so I just kind of this is 30 minutes, by the way. So as I'm trying to looking deeply into what's going on, so I think this week it's gonna be a little boring. So just expect that. But I think early next week is gonna be something. So I don't know what's gonna happen early next week. Like maybe you guys can dig into the dates and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think so. This is tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think maybe next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're gonna start to like moving upside. And then I'm hoping to see this movement, start breaking out. Yeah, and then we have a gap at 38 cents here, right? So once this start to rolling back up, fill this gap, and then we have a gap at also 50 cents. I think that's when we start. So it's boring, but boring this week maybe, but just for now, just stay calm, and and then once we start to break things out, I think we're gonna start to see these actions. But one thing I want to mention, one more thing. I also look at RSI. RSI, like I know like people say like, oh fuck, when squeeze. I think this is just accumulation period for somebody, or I don't know, for RC, I don't know, for market maker, whoever. But anyway, we are tracking. Okay, so this is daily, right? So we are here. It's like moving like up and down. But the thing is, we are going up, right? We are moving up. So that's funny thing. Somebody is accumulating, and then we are here. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna just delete this one. So let's say we are here, this area. So now we go back. I mentioned about like we are entering new bull cycle for especially more mid cap, small cap. You guys know it's all squeezing right now. So yeah, when you look at 2020 here, same thing, moving up. Like it's like a staircases. RSI showing like a staircases, right? It's like same stuff. RSI is showing very similar RSI here on around 2020 May. And then when I line up, it indicates that we are around May 14, 2020. So when you look at May 2020 May 14, we are like here. So we are ready to pop. Like it's like, okay, look at this. So we got this kind of like double top setup. It's like so fucking same. Like this is so stupid, but it's like, look at that, guys. So this is
wow.
Look at that. Moving back here. I mean, this is pretty retarded, but I know it's algorithm. So like, like I did a live stream last night, and somebody, trying to argue like, hey, there's no fucking such thing as algorithm. It's all by the news. But AMC pop today. I was like, how are you gonna explain that? I already told him like we're gonna.
People just straight make shit up, man.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like people, like I know that there are people who don't like technicals. It's all about like, oh yeah, it's all about the this whole like documents and all that. Look at that. Like we are like here.
Yeah, this is like a fat accumulation period right here. I mean,
yeah.
So this is where people are accumulating at, and other people were pointing out institutional holdings are starting to pick up again too. So again, I asked, why is institution buyings then?
Virtue bonds.
Virtue. Yeah, they jack up their shares.
Like they went long.
Right? Wow.
So we are so guys. Just remember, we are here.
Yeah,
we have long way to go. So
exactly.
We only imagine this. From the bottom that we hit early May when we enter OTC. Now we are here. We just came up this area, and now we still have this long way to go. And imagine how much percentage will that be? You guys can calculate that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Real quick, Noriko with the $5. Love you, PP, but you copy is saying every week, next week will be fun, and Shill will cry. Same last week, and now it's a boring week.
no.
Don't worry, man. Something's coming, I'm sure, man. All right,
Yeah,
I think we're coming to the end. So
no, I don't always say next week, but like okay. So here's my thing. So I changed my username now to ucopy 417, and now
Okay.
you guys will know. Like you guys know why I said that, because the final squeeze. Because I think it's gonna be the April 17th. That's why
Really?
it's 417. Yeah, no, I mentioned about April, right? Because
April.
I mean, but like
that's a long ways away. You
I know,
copy.
but like that's the thing. Like you guys don't have to,
A lot of these people need next week, Max, man. We gotta gotta pick this up soon, man.
Yeah, I know, like I know, like people don't like, yeah. But PP, like you guys remember, like I mentioned about, like, oh yeah, like something's gonna happen June. Docket filing come in June, right? All this thing like kind of line up here, right? So like now we look at the May 2020 is currently where we at. And when you apply, okay, like, I'll just show you guys, because I know some people don't really believe it. Okay, I'll show you guys here, because you guys don't.
When you say big squeeze, like, are you talking like the potential for this thing to reach the top by April?
Okay.
Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. So like what I'm okay. So we are going through this ascending trending, right? Ascending trend, right? So we are going through here. Like we're just like here, like so tiny, but we gotta. I don't know. Maybe we gotta go through here. Maybe we go through like maybe like a July run type of thing. I don't know, but if I think we are going up like this. But let's say we are here, like, because that's what RSI shows me. Let's say we are going through here. So okay, if I apply, where we at from May May 14 here, for example. Like I'll just roughly just round it up here and go all the way to 2021 Jan here, right? That's like 240 days. If I bring this all the way here, where is it?
This is assuming there's no like fundamental transaction.
Hey guys,
like that.
Look at that. Like I know, like you guys don't want to trust this. Like I don't want to believe it. Yeah, it's all you. But I'm saying it's April, man.
Let me tell you this, you copy. I know based off your algo, basically, if we were tracking this, based off no announcements, things like that. Let me tell you this, man.
End of March.
I think that that your chart could change if an announcement came forth, right? So I mean, we have to take that into account too. Control Chaos with the $5. April 2024. You better be wrong again. Haha. He got you there. You copy.
No, that's what I mean. Like now you guys know who's the real you copy, because I said April. So
yeah, you copy can't be wrong if he puts it out like 9 months out later.
But it's better. All I'm saying is I'm just tracking the RSI. RSI show me we are kind of area like May 17th. May 14 area. I'll go change, of course. It could be this area, like I said. Where the 2000s. Last year, the end of January area,
right.
If that ends up happening like that, I mean, that's completely, fine to me. I don't have to wait until next year.
Yeah.
But it's just that, because this is January right now. This is end of July here. So same ascending channel.
Right.
And then, this kind of like breakout, another ascending channel. So what I'm saying is, like, people say, oh, when squeeze. I mean, there's going to be multiple breakout. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, one giant squeeze. Let's go to the moon. It's not like that. It's gonna be like, okay, you guys, you're gonna go through this. We're going through the ascending channel. We're gonna have one breakout. So once you start to see that one first breakout, then you'll be like, okay, we leave. Okay, and then you're gonna go through another ascending channel for another month. And then you guys mentioned something around September, or they're wrapping up the guy. Yeah, I saw the interview. Horley said, end of September. By end of September, they're gonna wrap up the court stuff.
Yes,
right? Yeah. So maybe by the time, or maybe sometimes later after that end of September, something comes out, breakout. So we're gonna have another breakout. I don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna come out around that time. So something will break out, and then go through this another a big panic or some sort of like bull flag, another one, right? Like pull back. Going through the triangle formation, whatever,
right?
And then we're gonna have one more breakout. So there's gonna be a multiple breakout like this, 1, 2, 3, like that, and then that's like final squeeze. So, and then I don't know. It could finish end of this year. It could go through. They could drag it to like early next year. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, I'm just looking at like, different scenario. If
Right.
this happens, yeah, I mean, this happened.
Uh-huh.
If we finish squeeze, this year, that's awesome. But I'm just looking at second scenario, which is much possibly longer, and that could potentially end somewhere in April. So that's all I'm saying. So,
so tell me the date one more time. You copy. What date was it again that we're gonna squeeze?
Like there's you mean second scenario?
The
longer one or
think,
shorter one?
yeah. Give me the longer one more time again.
Oh, April.
God damn it, you copy. I had to, man. I had to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I don't think we're waiting that long. We'll see.
I don't want to disappoint everybody, but
yeah, that's all right.
I just want to plant a seed here. Hey guys, don't disappoint if something didn't happen in November.
Right. Yeah.
Because but I think we're gonna have breakout very soon, possibly early next week.
Cool.
And then after that, possibly end of September or November.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a second breakout, like I show you. And then that third breakout is that like the one that you guys are waiting for. That like fucking like fast squeeze, like it's like boom.
Right.
That
yeah.
Tomorrow. That's gonna happen tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Anyway.
Excellent. You copy. You want to sit in with us for a little bit? There's only about maybe 20, 30 minutes left of the show if you want to stick in. All right, sounds good. So Cloud, real quick with the $5. Hope you're wrong. You copy my 2-week notice. And I are ready now. Right on, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people who quit, too, because of Kaz, man. We got to remember that, too. You copy. All right, so Michael is sharing the stuff there. Real quick, Michael, I actually have the exact numbers for that MA.
No, there's a lot more than just that, actually.
Okay, all right.
I mean, like, depending on... I highly recommend anyone who wants to feel bullish to just read the whole thing. It's really long, but there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yes. Let's go through that docket in just 1 second. I just want to really quickly share these images and then we can jump straight into it. So it looks like there's over 600 hours, of merger and acquisition, I guess, stuff that's been going on. I'll go ahead and show that right now. As you can see right here, this is the first image. It does say that they spent over 206 hours on merger and acquisition activity, man. That's a lot of fucking hours, fellas, for us to be wrong. I don't know. Let me go ahead and pull up the next image for you guys. Give me 1 second here. Hold on 1 second. So you saw that one, 402. That's a lot of fucking hours, fellas. And then we have that was the 200 image real quick. Hold on. And then we have one that was 400 hours spent on this shit. So again, let me show this one. Hold on. And then we will jump into what Michael has pulled up for us as well. Here's the second one right here. As you guys can see,
so on that page,
402.5 hours, man, for a total of 600 fucking hours spent on merger and acquisition activity. You fucks tell me out there, man, who's going to be fucking right or wrong at the end of this shit. I mean, we'll have to fucking see. We also got a guy backstage, Salam, Trek Salam. We'll bring you on in just a moment, man. You'll have to show us your face backstage there so we know you're not a show. If you can do that, you're on. If you can't, fortunately, we can't bring you on. Yeah, let's go ahead and look into it, unless you guys had any opinions on this before Michael brings it up. All right. We'll go ahead and move on to it.
Okay.
600 fucking hours, man. This is a big fucking deal. Maybe this is why Pulte came on the show, man. Because the fucking work's already done.
Who can do math?
Yeah, wow.
I got a question. Which number are you on? 86 or 85?
This is 85, actually.
Okay, well then I'll wait.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
shareholders weren't giving anything. You got to be a really fucked up individual to come on a show dedicated to a specific stock. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you got to be a really fucked up individual to do what he did if we're all going to zero. So, just throwing that out there, my opinion on it.
I totally agree. Man, this doc is good. I mean, I'm gonna have to actually. I'm trying to skim through it, so I'm just seeing some things that are exciting. So potential buyers, investors. They not just like the M&A, but like they has to have an evaluation first. That was part of what I said when Pulte responded. Only the young was I said, well, the company has to be evaluated first. So that was the evaluation was up here, evaluation analysis, right? And that has to come before all the rest can come, because you can't have, they have to evaluate before they can know how much money to give. But one thing that actually I saw in there, like exit financing. So why is there more? So what like that means they're exiting chapter 11, right?
They only spent 4 fucking hours doing that too. Control Gas with the 5. You copy best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. We play Twister. We also got a 5 from Consolidated. Have we addressed the plan being referred to as having minimal changes today? We also had Spartan with the $2. Someone posted a forum view with Cohen on Twitter. We also had a guy backstage, man, who was using an image that looked like someone who was on screen, but it kept looping, man. The guy is a fucking, these shills are smart, man. They're trying to take the show down. I asked him to show his face. The image just kept looping. So there you go, man. Unfortunately, you've been had, man, and this time by PP. Michael, go ahead, man.
Oh, so just that, that it wouldn't take that long once you have the valuation. Like, they had to do a lot of projections of how much they would make and all that stuff. And then also they'd have to, do the merger and acquisition. But say there's a merger and acquisition that's all set up, like actually like someone giving the exit financing is not the big deal. So that's why it would only be 4 hours, at least in my opinion.
Somebody said in chat that 600 hours is 25 days worth of work. So they had to have this done prior to bankruptcy.
Interesting. That's an excellent point, man.
And since it's not finalized, all this like anticipated distribution to creditors, so it all says unknown, right? Like the other document where it said like there's percentages and whatnot, like all this is unknown because it has to be confirmed tomorrow is when they're actually going to submit it. So as of right now, it's unknown because, the judge could say no or whatever. He's not going to say no. Trying to think what else was in here that was really exciting. It talked about, let's see. Yeah, I should have, I wish I could highlight this. Basically,
Eileen says this is big, guys. Come on. Yeah, I know. It's 600 fucking hours of MA activity. That's a lot of fucking hours, man. Wow.
But also it kind of mentions like here on this page on number 9, it talks about like, I think it was talking about this other one where it talked about share. Wait, no. Anyway, it was talking about shares and whatnot. So issuing shares and shares. So I don't know. Just there's lots of.
That's their engagement letter.
Yeah, here I'll read it if you.
No. That's Lazard Freres' engagement letter that we've gone through. That's somewhere I found that the whole juices in the fruit DD I did about a month or so ago.
Yeah.
This is the engagement letter. Now, what this is just kind of reiterating. Hey, based off of their engagement letter, this is an exhibit of what they were like basically engaged to do. So, you're not going to find a lot here. I think 1686 has a little bit more.
Yeah, no, we can switch to that one. I was just like, let
me see that. Let me see that MA activity one more time again. Is that the same docket that we're on? The one that I showed, or that was probably the other docket that we're going to head into. Those images that I had.
You talking about? Where is it?
I just need to be jacked one more time.
Where was it? Oh shoot. There's a lot in this docket.
Just type in merger and acquisition activity. Control F. I don't think this is my. Or no, this is. There it is.
Right here.
Yeah,
God, that looks so good, man. 402.5 fucking hours, man, on merger and acquisition activity. An additional 200 hours, man. Spent 600 fucking hours, fellas. UCopy says that's equivalent to 2.5 months. You're telling me the entire fucking time that they've been in chapter 11, okay, that they've been working on this merger and acquisition deal. Get fucked, you fucking shills, man. You fucking lost. And more importantly, that fucking goddamn cockroach rants. I know your ass is tuning in because you're obsessed with the fucking show. Get fucked, my man. God damn. Wow. 2.5 fucking months, man. We've been in this Chapter 11 bankruptcy for what, 3 months, right? Roughly, like 3.5, 4 months. So basically, 80% of their time was spent doing this shit, man. Yeah. A merger and acquisition, something we've been talking about for the last fucking goddamn 9 months. Yeah, Polte came on the show to grift, right? Yeah, get fucked.
And there was another actually part. I mean, I feel a little scattered as far as trying to get it, but it was said that talked about basically not what percentage, but it was like kind of alluding to a substantial amount of the business was continuing. You know, so
yeah.
I might have to like take screenshots and write up a DD. I don't know if I want to put in the time because I already know it's like, the
DD at this point is essentially done, right? I mean, like if you want to kind of give a highlight of your thought, I mean, that'd be great too. Real quick, $5 from Sunken, 402.5 divided by 24 equals 16.7, almost 17 days of straight MA activity. No shill can tell me that the time was spent for nothing. Love the show, PP. Yeah, right on, man. Appreciate the love, but don't forget the additional 200 hours spent on it too, man. So that's a lot of fucking time spent on this shit. If you guys want to move into the other docket, we can too. I mean, we got about 20 minutes of the show, so we can spend the time looking at that, and then we can bring the show to a close.
Yeah, you can switch it to him.
All right, yeah, I'll switch it to Travis.
Form D just came out.
All right, Form D.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, someone said Ryan Cohen posted it. Is that true?
What?
Someone in the chat earlier said Ryan Cohen posted a Form D.
It's so funny. They're all watching. They're like, all right, submit the docket.
let us know who submitted the Form D, because someone in the chat did say that, but I don't know if that's true. He did? No? Eileen says yes in all caps and then no. What? Right after. Which one is it? No. Okay. No. Who submitted the Form D then? Someone was saying that they did. Oh my fucking God, it was not him. All right, right on. No need to get it out. All right, see you. Consistent. Let's get some love in the chat for Scissor, man. Appreciate having you on.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ryan posted his D. Oh, that's what it was. It was a dick pic. All right, take it away, Travis. Let's hear it.
Just basically, I'm going to try to make this quick. 1685 looks like it's about April and May's fee. 1686 is going to be June. So not only did we have 600 hours or however many it was, 1,000 hours, we also have another 200 here, and this is going to be for June. Let me see where it says, summary for period of June 1st through June 30th.
Okay.
What's that? April 23rd? Case filed?
Case filed, yeah.
That was the day that we actually went to bankruptcy, wasn't it?
11. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then, it makes sense. Then that's the year, I guess. So next April is that the date that the month that could go back to NASDAQ or something.
Okay, yeah.
But another 206 hours of merger and acquisition activity here on top of what was in the previous 1685 docket. The most interesting thing that I found thus far, and I've been trying to scroll through these as quickly as I could while y'all were talking about the last one. Other sell transaction fee, 94,000. Other sell transaction happens to be outlined in their engagement letter right here. So if the company consummates one or a series of sales transactions not covered by clause 1 of, which is up here above, including a sale of the company's intellectual property assets. Okay, well, we have a fee of $94,000. We know that what they sold with IP was under 175 million, so they should have a fee of 1.75. But if I do the math, 94,000 divided by 1.75% is only 5 million. We're missing something. I mean, the math isn't there unless somebody knows something that I don't. I'm not seeing it, but 94,000 divided by 1.75%, because we know Overstock bought for what, 20 million. Dream on Me was like 15, so all these would be the 1.75%. That's only a $5 million sales transaction. So something's missing either in their fees or this invoice, or they're going to invoice it later on once everything is completed. But I still say we are definitely missing something from the invoice.
All right, I agree, man. You know,
math doesn't math.
Yeah. Real quick, we have Eileen backstage. So chat, please give a warm welcome, man, to Eileen. She says she has some information for us. So let's bring her in. Let's see what's going on. Chat, welcome, Eileen. Eileen, how you doing?
Good. I just got all excited. It just said Sec Form D. Can you pull it up?
Yeah. Do you have it in the link there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Someone already, Travis already has it pulled up. What are we looking at here with this Form D?
Just take a look and look for yourself, please.
All right, let's see. It says Cohen Capital Value LP. What the fuck? Delaware. There's that Delaware again, man, with the fucking secrecy. What the fuck is Cohen Capital Value? All right. Keep going.
Keep going.
All right. What are we looking for here?
It's very small. Just keep going.
All right.
Look at right there. Go up a little bit. A little bit more. Sorry, I think you got to go down.
Cohen. There's Cohen.
Ryan Cohen. There it is, man. What the fuck is happening, man?
Going.
All right. Keep scrolling down. Let's see. It looks
investment fund, hedge fund.
Holy fucking shit, boys!
Keep fucking going.
All right.
Keep fucking going. Decline to disclose.
Holy fucking shit! No way.
Keep fucking going.
Holy fuck!
Pooled investment funds interest. Keep fucking going. It's going to tell you how many
shit.
It's 7 million. Or is that 7 million? However million
that's 7.5 million right there.
How many investors to the right? Fucking 19.
Holy fucking shit.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is happening, man? Holy fucking shit, man. I haven't even heard. What the fuck is the Cohen Capital LP? That's not RC Ventures, is it?
Something we haven't been looking for.
I've never fucking seen this before.
Well, it's in a SEC filing. We've all been looking for RC Ventures or
all
fucking...
right. We're doing a goddamn PP level up for everybody, man. Wow, holy fucking shit. I'm fucking jacked off this. How the fuck did you find this, Eileen?
So we got a friend on Twitter. Thanks for him.
Right on.
He's been fucking diligently looking, Ches, on Twitter, and he's diligent on this shit.
Yeah.
And he fucking found this, and I went, what the fuck? Get me on here now, because I was going to just listen.
No fucking way.
But this is fucking god tier, not even DD. Fuck this shit. This
Cohen, what the fuck is Cohen Capital Value LLC?
When this came out?
What do you mean? How does it? It doesn't. We don't even know what it connects to. We know
Cohen
that
Capital
RC
Value LP.
I'm all over.
We know that he's been invested.
Wow.
Yes.
How are the shills going to spin this one off now?
I have no idea, but this is fucking epic.
Someone said PP was posted on your sub on 7/12/2023. Well, then I must have fucking missed it, man. This is a big fucking deal for something that we must have not seen, unless it was taken down maybe from like spam or something. This is the first time I've fucking seen this shit. So 19 potential people interested in this. Wow. Yeah, go ahead.
Filed July 14th, 2021.
So you know how we've
That's
been
weird.
thinking that it's bigger than we think, right? If there's 19 motherfuckers in this.
Judge Gibson said go to the very bottom of the page.
Keep going.
What's at the very bottom down here? It says Cohen Capital Value LP, signature by Ryan Cohen, name of signee or signer is Ryan Cohen, manager of issuers, general partner. That was dated 7/7/2023, right there.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna start digging.
Mm-hmm.
Please do.
Travis's mind is moving now.
14 million. Cohen.
This is,
all right. Yeah. So it's just another something, but yeah, when you start digging into
it.
Let me dig some more.
Dude, literally the hair on my arm is standing up like completely straight right now.
You're jacked, Michael.
Guys.
Usually by the nighttime I got a little bit of a buzz, but I do my work all day long and then I do research, so that's the big thing. I get on the calls. That's what we all do. We all just come together and minds come together. But I'm really excited.
So just to be clear,
got anything on Cohen Investment Group? Home is a privately owned commercial real estate investment firm.
Never
This is
fucking
can
heard
only-
of it, man.
But just to be clear, like Ryan Cohen sold his position in August, but did he sell to his hedge fund? Is that what that means?
See, that's the biggest question is like where he sold. People debate it all the time. They say, no, he sold it to the open market. No, he sold it. PitchBook says it was sold to someone. So
Is that
I don't
the
really.
someone? Cohen Capital Value?
It could be, you know, or
He
who
sold him to
knows?
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is happening,
Yeah.
man? There's all these fucking companies he's filing, man. I mean, it's interesting, man. You know, maybe, and then on top of that, we have the Teddy stuff too, and Teddy LLC and all this, and fucking Bed Bath Acquisition Company too. Like, what the fuck is happening, man?
Who's Jason Cohen?
Yeah, we have to.
I have
maybe
no
look
fucking
into
idea, man.
who Jason Cohen might be, but this is pretty. Look at all these other. I think you can use a lot of. Oh, for instance, okay, I work for a very large company here, right? And I'm right by Tahoe, and they use a lot of funky LLCs. So this is really interesting because they can use whatever they want. If it's not taken in the state, they can use it. So I just thought it was really interesting. But
yeah, cool, excellent. So I guess we'll start bringing the show to a close. Eileen, there is 870 people tuning in. What do you want them to know?
Do your own DD. Don't let you guys are all adults. Don't let other people influence your decisions. Make your own decisions and stay strong. If you have a conviction and a belief, don't let others try to veer you off your own belief. And that's not financial advice. It's your own fucking advice and your own, what your values are. And I think a lot of people in this play have values that are not like other people's values. We don't shit on other people. We don't like to, we just don't like to be that kind of person. Our morals are pretty good, I think, and we like to have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that separates us from a lot of people. So
right on. Yeah. It pisses off a lot of people. They're like, how the fuck are these people that are down 90% having such a good old time, man? Well, fuck you guys, so right on. Eileen, we appreciate having you on. Thanks for sharing that fucking information with us. We loved having you.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Take care.
Sharing. Good night.
Wow. So someone in the chat here said Form D is a short notice detailing basic information about the company for investors in the new issuance. Holy fuck, boys. No, it's looking pretty fucking good, man. In my honest opinion. We'll start bringing the show to a close real quick. Someone tagged me in our Discord.
She has a house outside Chicago? Yes. Sorry, I should have been muted. My bad.
You know how we were talking about issuing shares as they were exiting, as they're going to exit Chapter 11? It actually mentions that in 1685.
All right. Real quick, Junior De La Cruz with the $2. Appreciate the love. It sounded like Eileen was getting off. Jesus, man. Also, someone pointed out at Travis B13, it's not RC, and they submitted a LinkedIn to Ryan Cohen. Happens to have the same name. Either way, I don't know. It's interesting stuff, nonetheless, in my opinion. Wow, 2 fucking Ryan Cohens, man. He must be the evil one. So we'll look in. Probably it'd be best to look into it a little bit more before we get overly jacked. But it is fucking interesting nonetheless. All right, let's go ahead. I can already tell Travis is going to be digging in the shit all night. All right, let's go ahead and bring the show to a close, man. Let's go ahead and bring it to you, Copy. You, Copy, give us some closing thoughts, man, as we head into the rest of the week, man. What are you thinking? And we're still waiting on that Chapter 11 plan. I wouldn't be surprised,
When is it? Tomorrow?
We're supposed to get it today, so we'll see when we end the stream if we see it. So if they are tuning into the show, it'd be perfect timing right after the show. So we'll see if it drops then. You, Copy, give us some closing thoughts on your way out, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, if there's something drops, I mean, yeah, that'll be great. But I don't know. Just technically, it just tells me it's gonna hit next week. So I think we're gonna have just kind of little boring week this week, in my opinion. But let's just find out what the filing is. But whatever that is, we saw really important information today. They spent shit tons of hours, 400 something hours on M&A. That's just fact. Shields cannot really deny that. And yeah, the RC coin stuff, yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, the value capital, it seems like Ryan Cohen, he's value player, So yeah, man, this is great stuff. So yeah, let's just keep, going, man. Yeah, that's all I can say.
All right, right on, man. You heard it from you, Copy. Appreciate having you on the show.
Yeah, good night, guys.
All right, take care, man. Let's get some love for you, Copy. All right, we'll bring it to Travis, man. Travis, give us some closing thoughts, man, as we head into the rest of the night, looking for that Chapter 11 revision, man. It still isn't out. I'm curious where it's at because I'd love to see it. Again, we did get some bullish stuff, 600 hours with the MA stuff. Maybe that revision plan's about to come out. So give us some thoughts, man, on your way out.
More than 600 hours. Loved the last guest on. This is a very interesting coincidence. Unfortunately, it's a different Ryan Cohen. I've already vouched that.
Someone in the chat here is saying it is our Ryan. Call the fucking voicemail. It's Ryan. What voicemail are you talking about?
I don't know.
What is this guy talking about?
I'll do some more digging. I haven't 100% confirmed, but I am leaning to a different Ryan Cohen and living in Chicago, Illinois.
That's what someone pointed out as well. Yeah. IR. With the $2. Much love from my kids, PB. Thank you, Ivan. Right on, Ivan. Appreciate the love.
But Lazard Frere's monthly statement came out. We got a lot of hours, over 1,000 man hours in merger and acquisition. We got some other monthly fees from lawyers for NOLs and business continuity. It's all bullish. I mean, everything's looking good. It's looking like we're heading in the right direction. Looks like our DD has been correct, and we have a hearing tomorrow.
I'm excited, man. Like, I'm ready to see what happens, man. Again, I'm calling bullshit on all of it, going to fucking zero. I don't think Pulte would have came on the show. I really find it hard to believe he'd come in and fuck with us when we're supposedly about to lose all of our money. Yeah, people want to say this and that. Fuck all of you fucking haters, man. I could give a shit less. So, if you're so fucking worried, why can't I just lose my money in peace, man? Right? We had a guest on today. I think it was Jade. Jade made a good point. No one ever tried to talk her out of buying a house. No one ever told her to talk her out of getting a fucking loan. No one ever told her to talk her out of getting a car. Now all of a sudden they don't want you to buy this fucking stock. Dude, these fucking people with short positions, even anyone on the retail side with short position or anything like that, man. Wow. Some people are about to lose a lot of fucking money, most likely, if we end up being right. So, Travis, anything else you want to add on your way out? Let's hear it.
No, looking forward to tomorrow.
All right.
Looking forward to the hearing.
Cool. All right. You heard it from Travis. Chat. Let's get some love in the chat for Travis, man. Appreciate having you on the show. All right. Take care. All right, you heard it from Travis, man. Michael, man, give us some thoughts. Wow, 600 hours of merger and acquisition activity. Yeah, they spent an equivalent of 2.5 months just to say, no, we decided to go to fucking, we just decided to liquidate. We're just going to liquidate all the shareholders. We're going to sell their IPs for less than fucking $50 million. Fuck it. We're just a dumb fucking board. Get the fuck out of here, man, with your bullshit. Michael, give me some closing thoughts, man. Let's hear it.
Yeah, no, I mean, reading through, I think that, we've gotten glimpses of what's going to happen, but I think if anyone wants to feel bullish, they really should just read 1685. I mean, it outlines basically the whole thing. And yeah, I mean, I might be putting it together. I'll try and get some DD together on it before tomorrow. I mean, as far as getting the plan, even if we don't get that tonight, I mean, we're going to hear it in court tomorrow. So tomorrow's show is going to be awesome. I think tomorrow's price action is also going to be awesome because it's official.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, Zero or hero, man. We'll see what happens. Michael, loved having you on the show, man. Excellent stream you did today, man. So appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, see you then.
All right, right on. There you have it, man. The fucking PPShow, man. Holy shit. That's some fucking exciting ass stuff, man. For real. I just I don't know what to say. I mean, we've been doing the due diligence for so long, reading the posts from a lot of the people, from the community who does the DD and things like that. But honestly, man, I'm feeling pretty fucking bullish, like I've always have been. The only difference is there's actual fact now in the dockets that state, that they've spent 600 hours doing this, man. I mean, what do you want me to say? Should I not feel bullish? Absolutely, I'm fucking bullish, man. And I've always believed in RC. I've always believed in Pulte, man. Even when the whole fucking whoever it is, man, who want to doubt us, fuck them, man. Put your 2 goddamn middle fingers up and say, get fucked, man. And you know what? What the fuck are they going to do, man? Shows want to fight with you? Fucking block them, man. What the fuck are they going to do next? They can't talk shit to you then. They want to get in your fucking head to fuck with you, man. They don't have an investment in this shit. They want to fuck with your head, get you to sell, and then watch what happens if we're correct on what's going on with the stock. That's what they want, man. They want you to feel the pain of being a fucking idiot selling and then the stock running without you. That's what they want, man. So fuck them, block the fucking shills. Don't entertain it anymore, fellas. We need to focus on the end goal. What did Pulte tell us? They traffic and hate, man. He was talking shit all over fucking GME Meltdown. So fuck them, man. They want to try to sneak their way on the show to do some bullshit. Fucking be a little smarter, fellas. All right. Be a little fucking smarter. Because you're not going to get into the PP castle this time, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Let's go ahead and read some tips tonight. We'll bring the show to a close. And then you guys can enjoy the rest of the night without PP. All right. EB with the $5. Appreciate the love, man. He said because I missed this one today. He said, after I saw what those attorneys get paid, I am now convinced some talk isn't cheap. Right on, man. EB with the 5, EB with the 5. Appreciate the love. Thunder Squeefer with the 5. Thunder Squeefer again with the 5. Appreciate the love, man. Plur with the $5. Appreciate the love, Plur. Control Chaos with the 10. Thunder Squeefer with the 10. Appreciate the love, fellas. Kriggle with the 2. King Weenie with the 2. Appreciate the love, guys. Control Chaos with the 5. Thunder Squeefer with the 5. Soul with the 5. Appreciate the love, guys. Mo Money with the 5. EB with the 5. And Trevor with the 5. Appreciate the love, fellas. Mo Money with the 2. Spencer with the 10. Maffles with the 2. Appreciate the love, guys. Spencer Wilson with the 5. EB with the 5. Nerico with the 5. And Control Chaos with the 5. Appreciate the love, guys. Cloud Gaming with the 5. Control Chaos with the 5. Consolidated with the 5. Spartan with the 2. Appreciate the love, fellas. Sunken with the 5. Junior with the 2, Rob G with the 2, guys, did we win? And also we had Ivan with the 2. Appreciate the fucking love tonight, fellas. Wow. I think that we're finally getting to the fucking end, man. I think that we're almost there. So, honestly, man, we'll see what happens. And again, I asked the question, if we're going to fucking zero, why the fuck does anybody give a shit? You know how many fucking stocks I've seen just plummet and fall and over the years of trading? And you know how many shits I give about people buying that stock? I could give a fuck less what people do with their money. I could give a fuck less if you buy the stock. I could give a fuck less if you fucking sell the stock. All right. It does not affect my goddamn position. So why the fuck would I give a goddamn fuck what anybody does with their money? Do whatever the fuck you want, man. I don't give a shit. So anyways, you heard it here tonight, man. 600 hours in fucking merger and acquisition. Man, Rance is crumbling, man, in his seat. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, man. We'll see you guys Tuesday night, 7 p.m. CT, and maybe look into a little bit more of that Form D, I would say. Travis is probably already on it, so we'll probably get some more eyes on it too tonight. So, fellas, appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope you guys have a fantastic fucking weekend, man. And again, enjoy the day tomorrow, man. Good luck in the markets, and the next time we'll see you guys will be tomorrow night at 7 CT. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Appreciate all the love from everybody tonight. And I bid you farewell with an extra ribbed dildo slap. Enjoy the night. See ya. Peace.